Illinois Miners in the finale of their series, the finale of the season series as well. The Otters trying to sweep the season series here at home, improve to a perfect 6-0, and wrap up a 3-game sweep. Crucial here as the Otters engage in a playoff push. Alongside Bill McHugh, I'm Sam Jelinek here for the Evansville Otters pregame show, counting you down to first pitch. The Otters last night absolutely dismantled the Miners, 10-0 the final. For the second straight night, Otters pitching struck out a combined 15 batters and have now thrown 17 scoreless innings since the start of this series. An absolutely impressive feat. And Bill, there were just a lot of things that stood out last night. What stood out the most to you?
I know you have some other thing in mind, but I'm going to say the relief pitching by Mark coming in and I think struck out 7, but pitched a great game out of the bullpen, and I think that is what was the key to our winning.
Yeah, Matt Chavarria, phenomenal out of the pen last night. He actually picked up the save by going the final 3 innings in relief of Spencer Mennick. He helped finish off that shutout. 3 innings, 7 punch-outs with just 3 hits, allowed a stellar performance. And the Otters lineup, you look up and down the order yesterday. You know, everybody, there wasn't really one standout game, but a couple guys had 3 hits. Travis Harrison had 3, Jeff Gardner had 3, Carlos Castro had 3. Nobody drove in more than 2 runs, but up and down the order, everybody chipping in and contributing just a little bit, and hopefully that'll continue tonight with Austin nicely on the bump for the Otters. This is going to be his 4th start of the season against Southern Illinois, and the Miners, on the other hand, are going to be going with Jordan Brink. Brink acquired very recently from the Pittsburgh Diamonds of the Pacific Association, was 3-6 with a 5 ERA with them. He's made 1 appearance with the Miners this season. That was back on August 18th against Gateway, throwing 3 2/3 innings, allowing 2 hits, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So we'll see him on the mound. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but tomorrow the Otters welcome River City into town. The Rascals currently holding down that second wild card spot that the Otters are chasing after. But one of the cool things about tomorrow's game is tomorrow is Star Wars night, brought to you by ARC of Evansville. And I was fortunate enough to sit down with a representative from ARC, talk to them about, what they're doing to sponsor the night tomorrow night, as well as what ARC does for the community of Evansville. We'll take a break and come back with that interview. You're listening to the Evansville Otters pregame show on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
Hi, this is Joe Townsend from JMT Restoration. We are proud to be a sponsor of the 2016 Frontier Champion Evansville Otters. If you ever have a mold or water restoration issue in your home or business, give us a call at 812-205-5384. JMT Restoration Service, where professional work meets affordable pricing. Remember, go Otters!
The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The Pizza Brick Road goes to Tyroni's. So follow me down the Pizza Brick Road. Road down to Tyroni's. The Pizza Brick Road. The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's.
To the Evansville Otters pregame show here on WUEV 91.5 FM. I got a special guest for you today, not an Otters player, but somebody just as important to the team and the community. I'm joined by Deidre Connor of ARC of Evansville. Deidre, what brings you here today?
Well, I'm so thrilled to be here today because we have an exciting event coming up with the Otters, the Star Wars show, or the Star Wars event that we hope brings in lots of people and gives us the opportunity to raise awareness about the ARC and also to benefit from some of the proceeds from the Star Wars game.
Yeah, for those of you interested, that game is next Friday, August 25th. Otters are going to be wearing some really awesome special uniforms as well. You won't want to miss it. And ARC is sponsoring the night. And for those of you like me who aren't from the area, what does ARC do for Evansville and the community at large?
The ARC of Evansville serves children and adults with developmental disabilities. We serve approximately 750 individuals on a daily basis, and our goal is to help these individuals live their best life, to optimize all of their assets and be able to work and live and be an integral part of our community.
And one thing you mentioned about that being a part of the community is that, you guys want people to come out, get involved. If somebody wants to volunteer with you guys or work with you guys, how do they go about that?
There are many ways that people can get involved with the Arc of Evansville. You can make a donation. We're always looking for more gifts to subsidize our programs and services. You can volunteer. We have people who come in and rock babies, people who come in and read to the children, people who come in to share their talents and skills with our adult programs, and they love to have visitors in our center. The really big show is our signature fundraising event. It's in February each year. We have a lot of great talent in this community, and they go on stage to benefit ARC and be silly and get laughed at and honestly have some really wonderful talent that we hear at the big show, and that's our biggest fundraiser, so we'd love to have people come there. You can contact us at the ARC at 812-428-4500 to learn more about our services if you need services for a loved one or to volunteer. We'd love to have people who are interested in working at ARC apply at the ARC, and even just coming in and taking a tour and learning more about what we do really means a lot to us.
Yeah, and with what you guys do, what are some of the services you guys provide for the people who are involved and, the people that you guys are taking care of?
We serve children in our Child Life Center program, so 6 weeks of age for an infant all the way up to getting kids ready to go to kindergarten. For our adults, we do a lot of things. We help people find jobs in the community. We have a lot of social and recreational programs. We really are available to provide supports for people living on their own, in their own homes, or in an apartment with roommates. And we spend a lot of time helping individuals meet others who can, be part of a recreational team or taking cooking classes. We want people to really understand and know the folks we serve are just like you and me. They may need a little help, but they want the same things that we want. They want to live a great life in Evansville, and they love this community.
It's an absolutely awesome mission that you guys are out for doing, and you guys are doing an awesome job here with the community. One more time, how can people get in contact with you guys, or where can they find you?
They can find us at arcofevansville.org, so www.arcofevansville.org, or call 812-428-4500.
Deidre Connor, thank you so much for your time, and can't wait for the event next Friday.
Yes, I hear that. We're really excited and so thrilled to have the Otters support.
You've been listening to the Evansville Otters pregame show on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Crookemeyer and Kahn. Between the Evansville Otters and the Southern Illinois Miners, alongside Bill McHugh, Sam Jelinek here on the mics from the Bosse Field press box, and the Otters looking to complete a 3-game sweep of the Miners and possibly move to a tie in the wild card if River City loses their game tonight, but we'll get more into that as the game progresses. But tonight for the Otters, it's Austin nicely on the bump, and defensively, this is how they look, the same as the past two games. Taylor Lane in left, Hunter Cullen in center, Jeff Gardner in right, Taylor Hilson at third, J.J. Gould at short, David Cronin at second, Travis Harrison at first, and Brant Whiting behind the plate to form the battery with Nicely. Remember, fans, this pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road. And so far this season, the Otters are a perfect 5-0 against Southern Illinois at home. And Bill, you've seen this over the past couple of years. Just something about playing here in front of the Bosse Field faithful that helps the Otters get by the Miners time and time again.
Yes, I've said that for years, Sam. When they play over there in Rentwood Park, they kind of lose because that's a wild crowd. I mean, they should be jailed. They're wild. But here when you come to Otterville and Bosse Field, you have a more refined fans, and I think that inspires the Otters to go out there and perform to the best of their ability, and generally it's a victory.
Yeah, the Otters on the year here at home, 27-18. Compare that to when they're on the road at 17-24. Obvious difference. The Otters at 44-42. The Miners at 42-41. And we're ready to play ball. Joe Duncan steps into the box. Nicely is into his wind. And the first pitch of the game is a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Nicely, southpaw out on the bump for the Otters. 6'1", 190 pounds. Kicks and deals the 0-1 pitch. And Duncan fouls it back right off the facing of the roof of Bosse Field. And it's quickly 0-2. Duncan, right-handed batter, slid off the past 2 days for the Miners. 294 average, 2 home runs, 25 knocked in. But in a quick hole, 0-2, here it comes. Hit in the air to left field. Taylor Lane's racing back, still going back at the warning track. He reaches up, and it short hops up against the fence. Lane fields it on a hop off the wall, but Duncan's into second. And for the second time in 3 games, Joe Duncan has led off the ball game with a double.
Yeah, he opened up the, let's see, tonight's Thursday, the Tuesday night game, hitting one off the Lucas Oil sign out there in right center for a double. That was at least a 385 foot. And this one here was off the Budweiser sign in right left center. Again, I'm talking about 385. And Lane tried, but he couldn't outrun it.
Now Kyle Davis, the batter, right-handed hitter, nicely set the first pitch. Flown in the air to center. Cullen starts back. Now comes rushing in to put it away. Duncan forced to stay at second for the first out.
Number 29, designated hitter, Chance Shepard.
So a fly out from Davis. Duncan stays put at second. Now Chance Shepard's the hitter. Nicely making start number 18 on the season. 6-5 with a 4.54 ERA. Shepard, right-handed batter, nicely from the stretch. Checks the runner, his first pitch. Pops the mitt with a fastball outside corner at the knees, and it's 0-1.
You remember I made that comment last night. This guy takes too many strikes. I mean, there he is. Beautiful pitch right down the middle, and it's a called strike. Shepard might have power, but he takes too many strikes.
The 0-1 pitch misses high and outside, and the count's even at 1. 1 out, top of the first inning, no score, with the Miners threatening. Duncan, a leadoff double. Now it's Chance Shepard with a man in scoring position. The Miners have been held off the scoreboard for the past 17 innings by the Otters. Nicely ready is 1-1 pitch. Misses just off the outside corner above the belt. And it's 2-1.
You know, Sam, as a former player yourself, that you can get 5 or 6 pitches, and out of those 5 or 6, there might be only one to your liking. So you don't want to pass it up.
The kick in the pitch. Shepard with a big hack, but fouls it off right side. And nicely's got the count to even at 2-2. Also notable across those 17 scoreless frames, dating back to the first game of the series, in the second inning, the Otters pitching staff has struck out 30 Miners batters since then as well. Just absolutely tearing up the strike zone.
Well, Shepard has been known to strike out.
2-2 pitch. Fastball called strike 3 outside black at the knees. Shepard doesn't like the call, but will turn back to the dugout. First strikeout of the game for Austin Nicely, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the first. Joe Duncan still at second.
That is Shepard's 4th time he struck out, and I'm going to say 2 of those strikeouts are called strikeouts, and the others were 2 balls that were in the dirt that he went after. He lets the good pitches go, and he takes the bad ones to swing at.
Now Nolan Early, still a man in scoring position, 2 outs. Left on left matchup. Nicely kicks in, throws the first pitch. Fastball bell tie outside half for strike 1. Duncan at second with good speed, so he should be able to score on any ball to the outfield. And Nicely trying to limit it here in the first. No score right now. 2 outs, a man at second. Nicely set at the belt, checks his runner, and the 0-1. Misses inside, nearly clips the jersey of Early, but he gets out of the way, 1-1. Early 266 on the season, 10 home runs, 32 driven in. Also top 5 in the league in doubles with 25. Whiting sets up away. Nicely another look back to second. His pitch is on the outside corner, but Early grounds it into right field for a base hit. Duncan coming around third. The throw from Gardner to the plate is late. And the Miners get on the board early here. They snap that 17-inning scoreless streak with a first-inning RBI single from Nolan Early. And it's 1-0 Southern Illinois.
It's something like the first game on Tuesday. Duncan leads off with a double, and they get a base hit. And before you know it, it's 1-0 in the first inning. And the Miners are up. However, on Tuesday, if you recall, Sam, and I know you do, the Otters came right back when Harrison got the shot off the same Lucas oil sign, and I think it was Gardner that drove him in.
You are correct in that. So the Otters have their work cut out ahead of them already, down 1-0. Now Romeo Cortina, the batter, he takes a first pitch above the belt for ball 1. Top of the first, 2 outs. Nolan Early at first, following his RBI single, just got by the dive of David Cronin, ranging to his left at second.
And Cronin's out there shading his eyes. The sun is really in his eyes in right field and second base.
1-0 pitch. Cortina swings, fouls it back over top of the screen, and the count's even at 1.
The reason I mentioned that, Sam, is because if this runner on first was to attempt to steal, Whiting's throw is going to second, and that's going to be right in the eyes of Cronin, going to make it a little hard for him to see that ball coming at you.
We already saw that earlier this week. David trying to catch a ball out at second, but the sun so strong forced him to have the ball go by. Nicely's 1-1 as a changeup just missing below the knees, 2-1.
You know, some of my friends last night were after the game, we went out and had a visited Denny's, one of our advertisers, and they mentioned about the umpire's calls.
2-1 pitch. Cortina takes a called strike 2. That one nips the outside corner, and the count's even at 2. Cortina, 258 this season, 7 home runs, 31 driven in. He's got Nolan Early at first base, top of the first inning. Miners already ahead, 1-0. The lefty nicely comes set. Delivers the 2-2. And the fastball misses downstairs, and the count's full 3-2. Early will get the head start from first. Harrison still holds on the runner at first, so Early won't be able to get too big of a head start. 3-2 on Cortina. Here it comes. Flown in the air to right field. Gardner traces back a few steps, gets underneath of it, settles in and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. But the Miners get on the board first. We'll go to the bottom half of the first inning. It's Southern Illinois 1 and Evansville coming to take their first hacks here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
GD Ritzy's is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters.
This place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krukemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krukemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
Early hole. Southern Illinois 1, Evansville 0, and Jordan Brink out to the mound to make his first start of the season for the Miners. Defensively, this is how Southern Illinois is going to back him up. Cortina in left, Duncan in center. Nolan Early, who got the Miners ahead 1-0 with an RBI single, he's in right. Kyle Davis at third, Max Dudo at short, Jake Wilsey at second with Critelli over at first, and Daniel Comstock makes his first start of the series behind the plate to form the battery with Brink. Brink, right-handed tosser, 6 foot, 200-pound righty. Fresno State University, his alma mater. Pitched here in the Frontier League last year in 3 appearances with River City, just throwing 2 innings, allowing 4 runs across those 2 frames. Or 2 runs, excuse me, across those 2 frames. But now here with the Miners back in the Frontier League, kicks and fires. His first pitch to David Cronin is a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Cronin leading it off as always for Evansville. Hitting .282 this season, 2 home runs, 29 knocked in. Left-handed batter, third baseman Davis in on the grass. The pitch. Cronin swings and misses, foul tipped into Comstock's glove. And it's quickly 0-2.
David likes that low inside knee ankle pitch where he can uppercut. And again, it's a weakness, and but it's also a strength. He gets a lot of wood on that ball.
Brink winds and fires the 0-2. Little dribbler out toward short. Third baseman Davis tries to cut it off. Shortstop Dudo comes in, tries for the bare hand, but bobbles it. Ball ends up trickling onto the pitcher's mound, and Cronin's going to be safe at first without a play with an infield single.
Now, there is what I was just talking about, Sam. He uppercutted that, and it took the weirdest of all bounces, a big high thing, and then it died. The third baseman couldn't get it. The shortstop had to come from deep short, and he just got stuck with the ball in his hand. There was no way he could throw out Cronin. That was a pretty good line drive.
The line drive in tomorrow's box score. Cronin aboard at first. Now J.J. Gould, the batter. First pitch. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1. J.J. switching places with Hunter Cullen in the order. J.J. moving from 8 up to the second slot, and with good reason. He's had a great series. 5 hits and 9 at-bats against the Miners. He's got Cronin at first, bottom of the first, and a throw over to first as Cronin diving back to the bag. It's 1-0 Southern Illinois on the Nolan Early RBI single. For the Otters have their leadoff man aboard, and now Gould down in the count 0-1. Brings pitch. Swung on and missed. Drips back and throws a fastball by Gould, 0-2.
I'll tell you what, we got a pretty good crowd here tonight, Sam, and look at that Bud Light line patio. That is crowded out there. I'll tell you what, there's not an empty seat. We should have someone hit a home run. I'll tell you, really help those people out there.
Another throw over to first. Cronin dives back safely. Gould, right-handed batter, has his average up at a season high now at 262. No home runs, 6 knocked in.
I tell you, if Long was in that lineup, he probably would have put one in that Bud Light patio. Of course,
0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Brink goes to the high cheddar. Gould chases. First punch out of the game for Brink, and the first out here in the bottom of the first.
Remember, I was talking last night, and I made a comment that with 2 strikes, that high fastball is always the case strikeout pitch. And that's what happened. JJ went after that high fastball.
Now 1 out, Travis Harrison standing in with a man at first base. That's Cronin. The first pitch. Little looping liner out to second, and that's going to drop into shallow right field for a base hit. Cronin around second. He's headed for third. The throw from the right fielder is cut off, thrown back to first, and Harrison's in safely with a dive, beating the cutoff relay. Cronin, aggressive base running, gets into third on the little flare to right, and the Otters have men at the corners with 1 out.
I tell you, Harrison, Travis was batting .298. I'm going to say with that base hit, he is now at 300. I'll tell you what, he has been one of the hottest hitters in this league for the past 2 weeks.
Well, in his past 10 games, he's been hitting a cool .533.
Wow.
That'll get the job done.
I'll tell you what, his father-in-law down in Fort Myers probably happy.
Men at first and third, 1 out. Bottom of the first, Otters trail by 1. And Jeff Gardner, the batter, left-handed stick. The first pitch. Fastball on the outside half, thigh high, 0-1.
You know, I can't remember. How did Jeff do in Florence?
Very well.
Okay, his father was there. That's the reason I'm asking. Okay.
As always.
Yeah.
And the game-winning double last Friday night.
Okay.
0-1 the count on Jeff. The pitch. Fastball shovels his feet out of the way, 1-1.
You know, we keep saying that when the parents show up to see their sons play, they always seem to have a great day or a great week or whatever it may be. And so, therefore, I'm encouraging all the parents, come out and see your son play, even if you got to take a plane ride. Help them have a great game.
Gardner, a .284 hitter, 9 home runs, 57 driven in. Brinks 1-1. Bouncing ball out to short. Shortstop Judo Fields goes to second for 1. Throw back to first is light. The throw from Wilsey, he tried going across his body, did not get a whole lot on it. Credit Gardner for hustling all the way down the line to beat it out. Gets credit for the RBI. Cronin scores, and we're all tied up at 1.
I was just going to say that's an RBI for him, and that would make he's now got 58. Wow. Little by little, Jeff is getting 1 RBI at a time, and that's what counts. You've heard me say it many, many times. Give me that RBI, man.
Now 2 outs, tied at 1, and Carlos Castro steps in from the right side. Gardner at first. The pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. The first one Brink's gone to, and not a bad guy to throw it to. I think Castro was probably sitting first pitch fastball.
Yeah. With that big arcing swing, he's going to be weak on that curveball because you notice, I mean, he really lunges.
0-1 on Castro. Brink sent the belt, his pitch. Breaking ball misses high and tight, slips out of the hand, and it's 1-1. Carlos has been stellar since coming off the DL. 5 hits and 10 at-bats.
Anybody that's a lunger, a batter, that lunges at the plate, what you got to do is throw changeups or off speed because they're so far out in front.
2 outs, bottom of the first, tied at 1. Castro, hands held high, is ready. The pitch. Fastball blows by him. Brink rears back and fires it home, 1-2. Jeff Gardner at first on the RBI fielder's choice, tying the game up at 1. Castro, the batter, has had 6 consecutive multi-hit games now. Catcher sets up in, and a throw over to first. Skips into the bag, but Gardner dives back in safely as Critelli picks it.
He's a pretty good defensive first baseman. We've got to give him credit for that. His offense, I'm going to question. Defense, I'm going to give him an A+.
Brink gets his sign, comes set. Roxon delivers the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Castro on his front foot, waves and misses at the breaking ball, and that'll end the inning. But the Otters do tie it up. We'll go to the second. All even at 1 here from Bosse Field on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
This Evansville Otters broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at mymarathonstation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
The top half of the second inning we go. All square at 1 after one full inning of play. Austin nicely back to work for the Otters, trying to rebound from an early first inning run allowed. 6, 7, and 8 in the minors order due up in the second. Comstock, Gratelli, and Wilsey here in the frame. And Nicely's first pitch of the inning. It's a fastball right down the middle for strike one.
We're following Tuesday's formula. They score in the first on a double, we score and tie it up. So we'll see from there.
The 0-1 Nicely misses down and away with a changeup, 1-1. Comstock, right-handed hitting catcher, just 167 on the season in total 10 games played. The next pitch runs a little bit too far inside. 2-1 on Comstock, leading off the top of the second, all even at 1.
Yeah, you got Shepard, the catcher, playing first base.
The 2-1 bounced on the ground up the middle. Cronin ranges behind the bag. Second baseman on the backhand. Fields and throws to first in time to get Comstock for the first out of the inning. What I liked seeing there from Cronin is he recognized who was running, kind of took an extra step, set his feet instead of trying to throw across the body. Made a strong and accurate throw to get Comstock with plenty of time to spare for the first out of the inning.
You know that I noticed Comstock on that last step, he leaped and took the, you see so many balls. Actually, they lose a step when you do that. I don't know if you realize that or not.
First pitch to Anthony Gratelli misses inside for ball one. Yeah, studies have shown that, trying to lunge at the base like that doesn't gain you any more ground. Right. The 1-0 misses outside 2-0, and also I've seen too many players end up, either pulling a hammy or worse, tearing a hamstring trying to do that.
Or an ankle.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think one of our players.
2-0 pitch on the outside corner, called strike one on Gratelli, 2-1.
I think one of our players did that this year, and I'm not sure which. He leaped for that last step, and then he hurt his ankle.
The 2-1, Gratelli swings and skies it in the air on the infield, just behind the pitcher's mound. Shortstop J.J. Gould is there on the infield grass to make the call and the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down for Austin Nicely. Nice to see him bouncing back from that first inning. And now Jake Wilsey, the batter. 2 outs, top of the second. Otters and Miners all square at 1. Wilsey, right-handed batter, under 200 for the season at 196. And Nicely misses upstairs with the first pitch fastball for ball 1.
Quite a difference from that normal team where one guy's 320, another guy's 340, another guy's 310.
Nicely winds and fires the pitch. down in the dirt this time, 2-0. Of course, the Otters will be keeping an eye on Normal's game against the Florence Freedom here tonight. Otters a game and a half back in the divisional chase, but still there's one more team in between Evansville and Normal. That'll be the River City Rascals. The 2-0 pitch. Wilsey taking all the way, sees a fastball right down the chute for strike one. The Otters will welcome in River City starting tomorrow for an important weekend series, the final home series of the season at Bosse Field in the regular season. The 2-1. Nicely as a fastball, tail high and outside, 3 balls and a strike. 2 outs, top of the second, nobody on for Jake Wilsey, the second baseman. Nicely towing the third base side of the rubber. Gets his sign, offers up the 3-1. Slips high a little bit there for ball 4. Wilsey takes. First walk given up by Nicely here in this one. And with 2 outs, there's a man aboard for the 9-hole hitter, Max Dudo.
That's the first walk for Wilsey. He struck out 4 times, but the first walk in this series.
Wellesley had been mired in an awful slump until a hit yesterday. He's still in the depths of that slump, but now at least getting on base. And here's Max Dudo, shortstop, 9-hole hitter. Left-handed bat. The first pitch from Nicely is swung on and hit hard through the hole on the right side. Rounding second, going for third is Jake Wilsey. Gardner can't pick it up cleanly, so he's just going to throw it back into second. Staying at first is Dudo on the single. To third goes Wilsey. And after 2 outs, nobody on, all of a sudden there's men at first and third with 2 outs for the top of the order, Joe Duncan.
Yeah. I don't think Jeff could have thrown the guy out anyway. Jeff's got a great arm, very accurate, but I don't think it would have been close. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think honestly if he had fielded that, probably just would have taken a couple steps, thrown it back into second.
Right, okay. I agree.
But Dudo, first pitch hunting there, wraps it through the hole on the right side. And now Duncan, who doubled off the left center field fence his first time up, stands in. Right-handed hitter. Due to a large lead at first. The pitch. Shuffles Duncan's feet at the plate, misses inside, 1-0.
Yeah, we're conceding the run for the double play.
With 2 outs, I mean...
Oh, I'm sorry. What am I thinking?
I mean, that'd be pretty cool if the outs carried over to the next frame.
My mind drifted. Sorry. I'm thinking, I don't know where I'm thinking.
The 1-0 pitch, Duncan hits it on the ground by the third baseman, Taylor Helson, into the hole. Shortstop Gould fields it, but he has no play anywhere. A run comes home to score. 3 straight 2-out base runners for the Miners have produced the second run of the game, and they're up 2-1.
Yeah.
Helson tried to dive and smother that ball to his left, but had to trickle by him. Gould got to it. But with Duncan's speed, no shot for a play anywhere. And it's now 2-1 Southern Illinois.
Yeah, I embarrassed myself on that one, didn't I? I'll tell you what, let your mind drift. That's what happens. Senior moment. I got to admit, senior moment.
Dudo now at second, and Kyle Davis, the batter, with 2 on, 2 out. The first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. So that's what it looked like. Nicely was due for a 1-2-3 inning. Miners go walk, single, single, and they're now ahead 2-1. Still threatening. Davis flew out to shallow center his first time up. Nicely set. His 1-0 pitch. Flown in the air down the right field line, twisting into foul territory. Gardner's going to give it a look, but that one's into the right field patio for strike 1.
Well, I had said earlier, Sam, that it was... a carbon copy of the first game to Tuesday. However, I got to correct myself. In that game, the Miners only got 3 hits. They've got 3 hits already. So it's not going to be a carbon copy.
And at first and second, 2 out for Davis. 2:30 on the year. Nicely checks the runner. His pitch. Fastball sinks a little bit too low. And nicely behind the count, 2-1.
Yeah.
Davis 4 home runs, 20 knocked in. Closed stance at the plate, hovers over the plate. The 2-1. Fastball can't quite clip the outside corner, and it's 3-1.
And that flag is blowing a little brisk out there to left. So it might carry an extra few feet, anything high in the air.
3-1 on Davis. Nicely readies up. Brings home the pitch. Davis with a healthy rip, fouls it straight back, and it's 3-2.
Davis got that big hit in that first game Tuesday that drove in Duncan after he had doubled. So he's been gotten quite a few hits in this series, hasn't he?
2 hits in 9 at-bats.
Well,
2 in 10 after today's first plate appearance.
Well, he got one in the first one.
Payoff pitch swung on and missed nicely with a huge strikeout to end the second inning. Miners do add one more. We'll go to the bottom half of the second. Southern Illinois 2, Evansville 1, here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
average. Open stance. Here's the 1-0. Cuts on and misses. Fastball riding inside, 1-1. So far from Jordan Brink, the off-speed pitches haven't really been relevant yet, but he's geared up that fastball, gotten quite a few swings and misses. Here's his 1-1. Back to the fastball, this time too low, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Well, the off-speed curveball did get Castro on 2 lazy swings because, again, he was so far out in front. Again, we spoke about it. He's a lunger.
The 2-1 pitch. Cullen ropes it into right center field. That's down for a hit, cut off by the right fielder early in the alley. Hunter with a big turn around first, nearly slips and falls trying to hit the brakes. But scampers back to first.
I thought he was going to go for 2. Being honest, I don't know whether you made it, but he tried.
I think he thought he was going for 2 as well.
Yeah. Well, the ball seemed to, on several occasions, the one that was hit to right field when Jeff kind of had a miscue, it seems to die when it gets in the outfield. The grass must be high or it must be wet.
Throw over to first. Cullen dives back in safely. With 2 outs, bottom of the second. Otters down 2-1. Taylor Hilson, the 9-hole batter, is going to step in. Hilson having himself a fine series. 3 hits and 6 at-bats. Right-handed batter. No count on him yet. Brink comes to the ready. Set at the belt, his first pitch. Hilson shows bunt, tries to push it down the first base side, but ends up pushing it straight into the Otters dugout for strike 1.
Well, it's good. I mean, that's what we need. And I know Hilson is doing it now, and Cronin has done it, and Hunter, and also I can't think of the other. Who is it now? give me a chance.
0-1 on Hilson. The pitch. Swings and misses. Fastball gets by him. 0-2.
Zach. There you go. Zach.
Reynolds.
Yeah,
Yep.
He's the other one who attempts bunts.
Yeah, Taylor actually laid down a perfect bunt base hit on Tuesday night's game. His first multi-hit game of the season. Another throw over. Hunter slips a hand back in safely.
Speaking of Zach, what's going on with him and what's going on with Ryan Long?
Well, Ryan right now still trying to just feel things out with his shoulder. Zach on the DL for right now. And with the way the roster is constructed, also no room to activate him yet.
Okay.
Unless somebody else goes on the DL, obviously.
Okay, so really he's well enough to play, but no room.
0-2 on Hilson. Cullen at first, rather, and an 0-2 swung on and missed. Hilson chases upstairs. 5th punch out of the game for Jordan Brink, and we'll go to the 3rd. Southern Illinois 2, Evansville 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank Sinorama Evansville for their support this season. Sinorama Evansville is a multi-application supplier of custom-made signs, banners, and decals in the tri-state. Located at 1300 North Royal Avenue in Evansville, Sinorama is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. They can be reached by phone at 812-477-7763 and can be found online at sinorama.com/in-Evansville. Sinorama Evansville, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vandenberg or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
Since 1994, Slays Restoration has been assisting tri-state residents clean up and restore their properties after disasters of all kinds. Located at 2121 Cotter Avenue in Evansville, Slays Restoration offers assistance for water damage, fire and smoke damage, mold and biohazard mitigation, complete reconstruction, and much more. Slays Restoration can be reached toll-free 24 hours a day at 1-888-776-8555. It can also be found online at slaysrestoration.com.
Fireball.
Moving along to the top half of the third inning, it's Southern Illinois 2 and Evansville 1. Chance Shepard leads it off for the Miners, 3, 4, and 5 in the order, up against Austin Nicely, back out for his third inning of work. Otters trying for the sweep here tonight in the 3-game series, and Nicely's first pitch to Shepard is a changeup that glances the outside corner for strike one.
Shepard again takes pitches.
One pitch. Change up in the dirt. Shepard lays off 1-1.
Our hitting coach is the third base coach and a former Otter, Steve Marino. And he was a pretty good hitter, as well as a good defensive third baseman.
1-1 pitch. Skips in, 2-1 on Shepard. Chance, right-handed hitting catcher, but tonight he's the DH.
Yeah.
Getting a day off from the rigors of catching. 264 on the season. 21 home runs, 53 knocked in. Head in the count, 2-1, leading off the third. Nicely's pitch. Called strike two on the inside. Black nicely able to whittle the edge, and the count's even at 2. Nicely peers in over his black mitt, winds and fires the 2-2. Cued off the end of the bat, that gets to the backstop. Shepard just barely able to stay alive. Count still even. Otters wearing their maroon home jerseys here on a beautiful evening at Bossy Field. White pants, white hat. Miners in their road grays. 2-2 again. Fastball called strike 3, outside corner at the knees. And Shepard cannot believe it. And the home plate umpire, Steve Donahue, turns back to the Miners dugout, says a few words. Chance Shepard lets him have it.
You know, I mean, I'm up here and I've been telling Mr. Shepard what's going on. He just doesn't pay attention to what I try to tell him. Oh, boy, you just missed that one, Sam. He just punched the water jug. I'll tell you what, it was probably knocked you right off your feet.
Now Nolan Early, RBI single, his first time up, and nicely tones it down for a good breaking pitch over the heart of the plate, called strike 1.
It's something when you swing and you're called strike 3, or I should say.
0-1, fastball cut on and missed. Early climbs the ladder, comes up empty, 0-2.
When you swing and it's a third strike, that's one thing. When you're called third strike, that's another. And too many times, you need to have your eyes adjusted.
0-2 on Nolan Early, 1 out, top of the third. The pitch. Fastball way upstairs, 1-2.
We used to have a young catcher back in 2004. Name is Sean Flynn. I'll tell you what, a good defensive catcher.
1-2 pitch. Early fights it off his hands, pops it up third base side. Hilson chasing after it, and right on the warning track in front of the fence, he puts it away. Great hustle from Taylor Hilson. He had to run a long way to try and get that one just to the right of the Miners' dugout for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that was some play on Hilson. Anyway, Sean Flynn was a good defensive catcher. In fact, they even helped him get with the Arizona Diamondbacks into affiliated ball. Anyway, he was the same way. Hit first pitch, strike 1. Second pitch, strike 2. Then he'd swing at the third and he'd strike out.
Now the first pitch to Romeo Cortina. Foul tipped at the plate for strike 1. But what if any of those pitches aren't good ones to hit?
Yeah, well, I said to him, listen, you're a catcher. You know the first pitch, if it's going to be good, swing. He ended up batting 300 and then eventually got in affiliated ball. But it was one of those things like Shepard.
0-1, popped in the air behind home, first base side. Whiting giving chase, first baseman Harrison there too. But the ball lands on top of the roof for strike 2.
But it's like Shepard. He lets the first pitch go for a strike. The second pitch, maybe he swings. But then the third pitch he takes.
Yeah, but it was right on the black.
Yeah, but when you've got 2 strikes, you're swinging and you're protecting that plate. You've seen players reach across the plate just to foul a ball off because they're not sure.
0-2 on Cortina. Nicely's pitch. Fastball high and away, 1-2. 2 outs, top of the third inning. Southern Illinois 2, Evansville 1.
You should remember one of your great favorites that played for the Phillies in his great days.
1-2 pitch. Change up just outside. Nicely can't get the call. The count's even at 2.
Later became a great announcer for the Phillies, where
Richie Ashburn.
And he would foul off pitches, foul them up until he got his pitch.
The 2-2. Fastball runs outside, count full. Cortina, right-handed batter, flew out to right his first time up. That ended the first.
But Richie Ashburn, one day, like me, gives away too many stories.
Payoff pitch. Cortina pops it up right side of the diamond, just into foul ground. First baseman Harrison underneath of it, and while straddling the line right behind the bag, he puts it away for the final out of the inning. Austin nicely with a 1-2-3 frame, and will go to the bottom half of the third. Southern Illinois 2, Evansville 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Kruckemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
In Southern Illinois 2, Evansville 1. Otters in an early hole, but no matter. The top of the order due up here in the bottom of the third inning. Cronin, Gould, and Harrison, that produced a run the first time up, with Cronin a leadoff single of the infield variety. A little tapper out to short that got the job done. Jordan Brink back to work for Southern Illinois. The past 4 outs he's recorded have all come by the strikeout. Already 5 in the game. Cronin digs in from the left side to lead it off. Brink, the righty, into his wind. The first pitch of the third misses down low for ball 1.
You know what you just said, if you look at the scorebook, 5 strikeouts out of 6 outs. The other one was a ground out to short.
That brought home a run.
Yeah.
The 1-0 to Cronin. Fastball misses just off the inside corner below the knees, and it's 2-0.
And the cowbell is ringing.
Two and 0 on David, leading off the bottom of the third. Frank winds and deals the pitch. Cronin swings and flies it in the air to center. Center fielder Duncan takes a few steps back, settles his feet, and puts it away for the first out of the inning.
This cowbell and all going to have the secret weapon here at Secret weapon. Here we
PA announcer Zane Godfellow just announced a secret weapon. Well, this is the first strikeout, wasn't it? No. Yeah, right. Yeah, JJ was the first strikeout.
Gould struck out swinging his first time up. The first pitch. Fastball all the way to the backstop, down and away. 1 ball, no strikes on Gould. Bottom of the third inning, 1 out, nobody on.
I tell you, it's a beautiful night for baseball. We got a great crowd here and a great game.
1-0 to Gould. Fastball at the knee is outside half, 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Fastball called strike 2, just below the knees.
Identical pitch.
One-two pitch. Slider down and away. Gould lays off.
Yeah.
Right on right matchup, JJ. As I mentioned, his first time up so far, a fine series. 5 hits, 10 at-bats. Average now at 262.
He went after that high fastball last time up for the strikeout.
The 2-2 pitch. Fastball downstairs.
Yeah.
Bounces in. The count's full, 3-2. Three and two on Gould. The payoff pitch. Down and away, ball 4. Nice at bat from JJ. Does not chase any offerings there from Brink to work the first walk. The Otters have been able to grind out here tonight.
Number 17, the first baseman, Travis Harrison.
You know, you wonder sometimes, JJ, he took 2 fastballs down the middle, and then the pitcher here threw 1 fastball. The rest were all breaking pitches.
Now Travis Harrison singled his first time up. Takes a breaking ball that wraps around the inside corner for ball 1.
He's been, as you said, he's been very effective with the fastball. Why would you be throwing breaking pitches? Especially with a 3-2 count on JJ, and he gave him a slider.
1-0 on Harrison. Singled, little flare to right his first time up. Gould at first. 1 man gone. The Otters down by 1 run. The kick and the pitch. Fastball misses off the outside corner. And it's 2-0. And you could hear manager Steve Pinto, Mike Pinto, getting Steve Marino and Mike Pinto combined there. But Mike Pinto asking the home plate umpire where that pitch was, and Steve Donahue said that ball was outside. 2-0 on Travis, right on right matchup. The pitch. That's on the outside corner. That looked to be a few more inches off the black than the previous pitch. But this time, a called strike 1.
Well, the general might have influenced that call. He's got a constant conversation going. Is that what you say? Him and Steve Marino? They're both standing there, you know, at the edge of the railing.
Throw over to first. Gould dives back in safely.
You got to respect the general. He's been there since the only manager the Otters, the Miners ever had. He's been there since 2007. And you notice they have their own bus. They don't rent one. They have their own.
That's got to be actually cost efficient.
Well,
2-1 on Travis. Here's the pitch. Fastball high and tight, bends him back out of the box, and it's 3-1.
I remember I was there for their opening game, and when the governor came down in Illinois, and some lady owns that ball club, and she's a multimillionaire, and they are first class. I'll say one thing, they are first class.
3-1 on Harrison. Gould at first. The kick in the pitch, runner goes, and it's fouled straight back. Gould will head back to first base. The count now full.
From what I understand, the little general, Mike, is not only the manager, he's the general manager, and he's the president. And,
the COO.
And next thing you know, he'll be driving the bus and sweeping up the stadium. He does everything.
3-2 on Harrison. Gould at first. Throw back over to first. Gould back to the bag safely.
Yeah, he's a public speaker, used to be a public speaker, one of those guys that go into organizations, industry, and they give him a hype talk.
I'm a public speaker, too.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I just go out to the square and start spouting things off. Not many people listen. Payoff pitch, runner goes, and the fastball's high, ball 4. Harrison with a great take. Won't chase the high cheese. And it's back-to-back free passes issued here from Jordan Brink to put men at first and second for Jeff Gardner.
And Andy's playing an aggressive game. That was there's only 1 out, and he was sending J.J. down on the 3-1 count and on the 3-2 count. So
now we're going to get a meeting out on the mound. The pitching coach for Southern Illinois, Tyler Martin, heads out to the mound to discuss with the entire infield what their strategy is. And at this point, Martin, over the past 2+ games here at Bosley Field, he's been getting a workout in, really grinding out that grass in between the mound and the dugout.
Yeah.
Made quite a few trips.
Well, you know, as you have said on the 2 previous occasions, what can he be saying? You got 1 out, and there's nothing more than you say, hey, fella, start throwing strikes.
And sometimes it is as simple as that.
Well, you might use other words. You might be use an oratory dictionary.
Not exactly the words Aristotle or Socrates used to inspire, but along the same lines.
A good Shakespeare.
Jeff Gardner, the batter, men at first and second, 1 out. Brink at the set. Kicks and deals the first pitch. And it throws a fastball, can't find the zone outside edge. Just below the knees, 1-0.
Well, again, you don't want to. You couldn't ask for a better hitter than Jeff Gardner at this situation. I mean, he has really come through. He's the leading RBI hitter.
Catcher sets up away, the 1-0. Gardner swings and foul, tips it at the plate, rolls to the Otters dugout. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jeff grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up, though, and that brought home the first run of the game for Evansville, tied the game in the bottom half of the first at the time.
Yeah, all because he hustled down that base path to beat the throw. Otherwise, it would have been a double play, no run, and no RBI.
Ball and a strike on him here. Brink readies up. Checks the runner at second. Now offers his 1-1. Gardner breaks his bat on a ground ball out to second. They go for 2 second for 1. Back to first. The throw's wide. But Critelli off the bag and tags out Jeff to execute the double play. Tough break there for the Otters. Gardner breaks his bat, and the inning is over. We'll go to the 4th. Still Southern Illinois 2 and Evansville 1 on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
The pizza brick road always goes to Tyroni's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The pizza brick road goes to Tyroni's. So follow me down the pizza brick road. Road down to Tyroni's. The pizza brick road. The pizza brick road always goes to Tyroni's.
The local area Pepsi Bottling Group distributors would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Featuring Pepsi Company products for distribution to retailers and vendors in the Tri-State, the Pepsi Bottling Group has 3 Tri-State locations at 901 East Diamond Avenue in Evansville, 2605 West Main Street in Marion, Illinois, and at 3081 Kentronics Drive in Owensboro. More information on Pepsi products can be found online at PepsiCo.com. Pepsi, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
To the top half of the 4th inning we go alongside Bill McHugh and Sam Jelinek here on the call. And Daniel Comstock's going to lead it off for the Miners. Southern Illinois currently sporting a 2-1 lead here from Bosley Field. Austin Nicely back out for his 4th inning of work. Winds and fires the first pitch of the 4th. Gets a called strike on the outside half. 0-1 on Comstock. Right-handed batter bounced out to second his first time up. The next pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, and the count's even at 1.
You know, Nicely's doing a pretty good job. I mean, it's not a runaway, 2-1, and they've only got 4 hits.
The kick and the pitch. Comstock lines it down the left field line. That's a foul ball, hooking just beyond the white chalk. And Comstock will make a U-turn, head back to the plate. Now down in the count, 1-2.
We got some kind of I don't know, is it Little League Baseball? They're all dressed in orange and white, like the old Houston Astros uniforms, and pretty nice. Whatever they are, it's good to have them here.
1-2 on Comstock, top of the fourth inning. Southern Illinois 2, Evansville 1, and Nicely's 1-2 pitch. Misses high and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nicely peers in over his black glove. Nods yes to the sign, lowers the mitt into his wind the pitch. And again, fires outside. And the count's full at 3-2. Payoff pitch. Lined by the glove of Taylor Hilson and on into left field for a base hit. That ball was scorched by Comstock. Lane, the left fielder, gets it back on in, but it's a leadoff single for Comstock, opening up the top of the fourth.
Yeah, I don't care who's playing third base. You're not going to get that. As you said, a scorcher.
Now Anthony Critelli, leadoff man aboard for Southern Illinois for the second time this game. First time since the first inning when they played the first run of the game. Critelli, right-handed batter. The first pitch from Nicely. It's a fastball missing down and away for ball 1.
Up there's Steve Marino giving signs and something's up.
Comstock, not a real threat to run, has not attempted to steal this season. Hilson, even with the bag over at third, middle infield at double play depth. And the 1-0. Nicely finds the strike zone, inner third.
Nothing happened. Oh, again, he's giving sign. And only thing the little general did was he bowed his head down. And now that's not kind of a sign. Let's see.
1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Miners lead by 1 in the top of the fourth. The pitch chopped on the ground to third. Hilson, the third baseman, charges. Fields throws to second for 1. Back to first. That's a double play around the horn. A nice turn at second from Cronin. A strong throw to Harrison. Gets Critelli at first. A 5-4-3 double play.
Yeah.
And just like that, there's 2 outs here in the top of the fourth.
You know, Taylor Hilson over there at third base is doing a pretty good job ever since he's been there. And I remember last year when he came here, the first 5 or 6 games, he must have had 5 or 6 errors. But tonight, or this series, he's been looking good.
Yeah, Taylor did a great job charging in on that weak chopper. It's the first pitch to Jake Wilsey comes home. He slashes it down the left field line, and it bounces on the chalk and goes all the way to the corner. Wilsey around first. He's going to scoot into second easily with a 2-out double. But back to Hilson's play, he charged, and instead of just settling for the 1 out, threw across his body to get rid of the ball quickly, and an accurate throw to Cronin at second to start a double play, which now, after Wilsey's double, you never know, if he just gets the 1 out, whether or not Wilsey still doubles, but huge now, following Wilsey's 2-base hit, his 3rd on the season. Now with a man in scoring position, Max Dudo steps to the plate, singled through the hole on the right side his first time up. Left on left matchup, 2 outs, top of the fourth. Miners ahead by 1. And the pitch. Breaking ball goes down and away for ball 1. Waves the bat back and forth in his hands. The 1-0 from Nicely bounces in a fastball and actually hits Dudo on the ankle. And for the second time here tonight, Nicely has allowed the 8 and 9 men to reach in the order with 2 outs to turn the lineup over for the leadoff man, Joe Duncan, who's 2 for 2 with an RBI.
Yeah, double in his first at bat, single RBI, and again in a situation for an RBI. And he's been, he's got he's got 2 hits in the previous game, and right now he's got 4 hits in this series.
And Nicely's pitch count already escalating early on at 68.
Oh, really?
Here in the top of the 4th inning.
Oh, I didn't realize he's thrown that many.
38 strikes, 30 balls.
Wow.
1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 6 hits allowed, and now a hit batter as well. And Joe Duncan, the hitter, from the right side, he's 2 for 2. 2 on, 2 out. Nicely set. Kicks and throws the first pitch. And it's a fastball just above the belt on the inside corner for ball 1. Duncan doubled off the left center field fence his first time up, came around to score. Then an infield single with men at the corners back in the second. It's given the Miners a 2-1 lead here early on. The 1-0 pitch. Austin finds the strike zone just below the belt, outside half this time, 1-1. Duncan's been red hot lately, 325 in his past 10 games, 7 for his last 21. Whiting sets up down and away. The pitch swung on and missed. Nicely lifted up a little bit, but Duncan swings through the changeup. 1-2.
I was just going to say that came in kind of slow, and I guess he saw it as a grapefruit and then went chasing it because that was way out of the strike zone.
Ball and 2 strikes on Duncan. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, top of the 4th. 1-2 pitch. Flown it down the right field side. Gardner chasing after it towards the line, and the right fielder gets there to haul it in and end the inning. Stranding 2 aboard for the Miners. We'll go to the bottom half of the 4th. Southern Illinois 2, Evansville 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krukemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
Half of the 4th inning coming up. Evansville trails it 2-1 against the Southern Illinois Miners. This is the finale of the 3-game set. The Otters have taken the first 2. They've taken the first 5 games of the season series here at home, trying to make a perfect 6-0 on the year, but down 2-1 early on. Carlos Castro, the 5-hole hitter, leads it off against Jordan Brink. Now in his 4th inning of work, the first pitch. Fastball able to edge the inside corner, backs Castro off the plate for a called strike 1.
We've only had 1 home run in this series, have we not? And that was the Whiting home run last night?
Correct. The 0-1 pitch. Castro swings and misses, breaking ball in the dirt, and it's quickly 0-2.
Yeah, again, Castro's going to be weak. If they learn to just throw him off speed, curveballs low in the way, He's going to have an awful lot of strikeouts.
0-2 from Brink. Hit in the air to left center field. Pretty well hit. Cortina over into the alley, and it's over his head. It's going to one-hop up against the fence. Castro able to race into second with a double, leading off the bottom of the fourth. Got a hanging slider there, barreled it up. A two-base hit, his fourth on the season.
Yeah, you know, again, you describe everything before I have a chance to say it, but again, you were right. It was a hanging breaking pitch, and he unloaded on, and he's got good power. And how many doubles he's got? I mean,
that was his fourth.
Yeah, most of his hits are all doubles. But again, it was a hanging pitch.
Now Brant Whiting, the batter, struck out swinging his first time up. The first delivery, fastball below the knees for ball one.
Well, the Otters are in a good position to tie this game right now. Runner on second, no outs. One of the better hitters on the team at bat. Generally makes contact.
Third baseman Davis plays even with the bag. Shortstop Dudo up the middle behind Castro. The 1-0. Whiting swings and bounces it back to the backstop. One ball and one strike.
Third baseman, Whiting is a pull hitter. He hits everything to right or center, so, you know, the third baseman could actually play a little more closer to short.
Second baseman Wilsey just onto the outfield grass, and the first baseman Critelli behind the bag. Brink ready's up. Is 1-1. This is inside. Brant with a little jump at the plate. Thought about swinging at that pitch just off the corner and nearly had that ball hit off his hands. 2-1.
Yeah, I bet if it was an inch or two more over the plate, he would have been swinging. You're right. He had the gun cocked.
Whiting, left-handed batter, open stance. Brink, the righty, comes set. Fires the 2-1. Whiting with a little looper out into right field. Early started back, now coming in. He'll have to play it on a hop. The right fielder corrals it in a one-hop strike to the plate. Holds Carlos Castro at third. It's a base hit for Brant Whiting. And the Otters a perfect start to the bottom of the fourth. Men at first and third for Taylor Lane. That's one of the benefits sometimes to not hitting a ball extremely well. Brant was still with a full throttle swing there. Kind of fooled early, who started back. Can't get in time. Castro, whether or not he was running on contact, no shot to score on that play, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because now it's runners at first and third, nobody out. Evansville trails by one in the bottom of the fourth. Now Taylor Lane stands in. Right-handed batter. Struck out swinging his first time up. First pitch, the AB. Flies it in the air to deep right center field. Center fielder Duncan chasing after it over into the alley. But the right fielder early is there first to make the catch in the gap. Castro tags and scores from third to tie the game. Whiting holds on to first. And we're all knotted up at 2 here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that Lane has only struck out 3 times in his at-bats, and he's been, of course, he struck out earlier, but he's been getting good wood on the ball, and he's got some key hits. If you remember the first game he played here, he got the RBI that won the ball game.
And you think back to Tuesday as well, although it doesn't necessarily end up winning the game, it helps push the Otters ahead, a 2-run single that made it 4-1. Now Whiting at first, 1 out, and Hunter Cullen stands in. First pitch, shows bunt, takes a called strike at the knees. Thought it was a little bit low, so he took the bunt back. Hunter lined a single to right center field his first time up. Left-handed batter, now in a tie game, all even at 2 in the bottom of the fourth. Brant Whiting at first. Third baseman Davis in on the grass. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball rises high and outside, 1-1. Hunter wearing the high navy blue socks. Bat rests on his shoulder. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Pitch on the outside corner. Can't wait back on it, and it's 1-2. Nice to see Hunter get a hit. He'd been mired in a pretty bad slump. Just 1 for his last 17. And also 0 for 8 here in the series up until that base knock in the second. Down in the count, 1-2, 1 out. Miners and Otters tied at 2. Brink's pitch. Change up in the dirt, blocked by Comstock. Cullen lays off, and the count moves back to even.
You know, I often speak about my good friend Buddy Kerr, and he was one of my very, very best friends in professional baseball. Ex-major leaguer, 13 years. Held the record of most fielding ground balls without an error, most games without an error.
2-2 pitch. Hunter pops it in the air behind third base. Third baseman Davis underneath of it, and he puts it away, still on the infield dirt for the second out of the inning. Whiting stays at first base.
Well, anyway, Buddy Kerr perfected bunting with 2 strikes. And how many times he catched the, third baseman's playing back? Who expects you to bunt with 2 strikes? And he perfected that. So I was just thinking of Hunter. If he could have laid one down, he had himself a base hit.
That's a very risky proposition.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why Buddy Kerr, they used to say, good field, no hit, but he had a lifetime average of 278.
Now Taylor Hilson strides to the plate and takes the first pitch down low, 1-0.
You got to remember the 40s, 300 was the batting average. 278 was, you were a weak hitter. Today, he'd be a $100 million ball player.
Hilson struck out swinging during his first at-bat. Now the pitch. Fastball pops the mid-outside corner, 1-1. Whiting still at first after his single. We're now tied at 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Otters trying to sweep the Miners here at home, go a perfect 6-0 against Southern Illinois at Bosse Field this season. Brink at the set. Serves up the 1-1. Throws a fastball down and away, 2-1.
If I may, Sam, just another little point about Buddy Kerr. I was scouting in the major leagues, and I'm putting down guys who are batting 260. I'm putting below average major league hitter. And Buddy Kerr says, hey, no, they're average major league hitters. I said, no way. So,
2-1 pitch. Fastball can't find the outside black, just off of it. 3-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Whiting at first, Hilson at the plate.
So anyway, one night I was talking to my brother, who's the general manager, and I was talking to Buddy, and he was telling me, he said, yeah, you better get with it. 260 is average major league hitter. I had to change my whole philosophy.
Three-one pitch, down and away, ball 4. Hilson draws the walk. Third one issued by Brink, and after the first 2 innings, his control seemed okay. But all of a sudden, he's had problems finding the strike zone, getting behind in counts.
Yeah, the first 2 innings, he had 5 of the 6 outs were all strikeouts.
And since then, he has not punched out a single hitter.
Right. He's walked a few.
So the Otters obviously seeing something that they've been able to capitalize on after the first go-around through the order. Now with men at first and second, that's the go-ahead run out at second now for the Otters. Tied at 2 in the bottom of the 4th. It's the top of the order, David Cronin. 1 for 2 here this evening, an infield single and a fly out to center. Brink, the righty, comes set. Uncorks the first pitch. It's a breaking ball in the dirt just in front of Cronin's front foot, blocked by Comstock, 1-0.
Well, if you remember on those strikeouts, J.J. was the first strikeout, and he went after a high fastball for his first strikeout, and then you had Castro. They were throwing those off-speed, low and outside, and he struck out on that, and so there were 2 out of the 5.
David, 29 RBIs on the season, hitting .309 this season with men in scoring position. Chokes up on the bat now, calls time with Brink just about to throw home. But oddly enough, David, with runners in scoring position and 2 outs, takes a significant dip down to 226 on the season. And at first and second, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. All knotted at 2. 1-0 on Cronin. The pitch. Rolls it up the first base side, but just foul. To our right of the first base bag, and the count's even at 1.
Well, it's a new game, 2-2, just like the first game, 1-1, and then the Otters had to take over.
David steps back into the box. Whiting at second. Hilson at first. Outfield playing at normal depth. Infield straight up as well. Counts 1-1. The kick and the pitch. Fastball runs high and away. 2 balls and a strike on David Cronin, the Otters leadoff man.
Yeah. Well, Cronin may hit, 1 or 2 home runs, but he's got fence power. If he played in, let's say, Gateway, might have 5 or 7.
But definitely not 6.
But I'll tell you.
2-1 on Cronin. Tied at 2, bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Slots it foul down the third base line. That's going to get back out of play. And the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
When you're playing baseball, like I say, you analyze these players, what their strengths are and their weaknesses, so therefore you play accordingly. Of course, you may be burned occasionally, but that's the way the game is played.
Two and 2 on Cronin, 2 on, 2 outs. Brink cranks and fires the pitch. Lined into left field over the glove of the third baseman. Davis down the line. Whiting around third. He's going to come home and score. David Cronin with an RBI single to left. And the Otters take the lead for the first time tonight, 3-2.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits we talked about. Here comes the pitching coach. What can he say? But that's one of the benefits of Cronin always faking the bunt, drawing that third baseman in. Therefore, when you get a third baseman that's up on the grass for a left-hander, he could poke one easily down left field line, and he did.
And we saw back on Tuesday, actually, with the third baseman Davis playing in on the grass. Cronin slapped one right at him, and he was able to snare it. But there, not enough reaction time. Cronin gets it by for an RBI single. Hilson moves up to second, and David breaks the 30 RBI barrier, now 30 on the season. But more importantly, a 3-2 lead for the Otters.
We got a situation, 2 outs, and you got a runner on first, you got a runner on third, and I don't know what the pitching coach is saying, but if he's talking to the catcher, he's saying, I don't know.
First and second.
Oh, that's right. Well, he was on third, so it threw me off.
I don't remember who the player was, but I've heard rumors that there was once a major league player. Pitching coach comes out to the mound, runners at first and second. You go and talk to your base coach, and once the meeting's adjourned, he would just stay at third, see if anybody would notice.
Oh, yeah. Did he?
Yeah. Nobody noticed.
Well, I know it's a different sport. I could tell you something similar to it in a different sport. But we'll hold that off for another day.
And at first and second, 2 outs for J.J. Gould. Brink's first offering. Fouled straight back. J.J. just a hair late on the fastball. For strike 1, Otters now lead 3-2, bottom of the 4th inning. There's 2 outs. Hilson at second, Cronin at first. Otters lead 3-2.
I'll tell you what, the fans here in Otterville certainly getting their money's worth in this series against the Miners. He had been outstanding games.
Right on right matchup. The 0-1 pitch. JJ flies it in the air to right field. Early takes a step or 2 back. Now gets a read on it, settles in, and makes the catch basically right where he started for the final out of the inning. But the Otters score 2 runs to take the lead. We'll go to the 5th. It's Evansville 3 and Southern Illinois 2 here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
GD Ritzy's is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations: west at 4810 University Drive, on the north side at 4320 North First Avenue, and on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vandenberg or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank the Evansville Courier and Press for their support and coverage of Otters baseball. The Evansville Courier and Press provides news, sports, and weather coverage to the Tri-State, both in a print and online edition. The Evansville Courier and Press can be found online at courierandpress.com, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. The Evansville Courier and Press, a member of the Journal Media Group.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
For the first time tonight, the Otters have the lead 3-2 as we move along to the top of the 5th inning. Austin nicely goes back out for his 5th inning of work. No inning has been relatively easy, but he's been able to get it done.
And up batting now is Mr. Davis, and he has shown his displeasure.
The first pitch to him from Austin misses down low for ball 1.
Last night he slammed his helmet when he struck out, and tonight, well, he did something else.
The 1-0 swung on and popped foul out of play right side, 1-1.
He, I would say he needs to... What's it when someone has problems? They have to see somebody.
Yeah, anger management.
That's what it is.
The 1-1 on the outside black. Davis doesn't like the call there, and it's 1-2.
Anger management. That's what this man might need. I'm not saying he does.
You're not a psychologist
no.
after all. 1-2 pitch. Misses away 2-2. You wear many hats, but that is not one of them.
Right, and I was hoping the umpire would have said third strike because I would have wanted to see what he'd do.
Nicely kicks and throws the pitch. Popped in the air to left center field. Cullen moves over there, the center fielder underneath of it, and he puts it away with 2 hands in the gap for the first out of the inning. That brings up Chance Shepard, who's struck out looking both times tonight. 1 out, top of the 5th. Otters 3, Miners 2.
Has he struck out or been called out?
Called out twice.
Called out twice. And in fact, his last time I thought he was going to be ejected because he still argued that call.
First pitch to him, he swings away, fouls it back for strike 1.
That's his best move right there. He better swing because he takes too many strikes.
Otters ahead by 1, top of the 5th. Nicely's next pitch. Misses below the knees, 1-0. Shepard's been held in check in this series outstandingly by the Otters pitching. As he swings at the 1-1, fouls it back off of Whiting to the screen, 1-2. Shepard now 1 for 9.
Now, you've been to a lot of ballparks throughout the country. Have you ever seen a ballpark that's completely AstroTurf, like Rent One?
Well, yeah, the rest of the fields in the Frontier League
are completely
1-2 pitch, misses high, 2-2. Yeah, every other field in the Frontier League other than Schaumburg.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I always thought the Miners was unusual.
The 2-2. Shepard lines it into right center field. Gardner, the right fielder, coming on. He does, and he makes the catch. What a play from Jeff Gardner in the alley. Full extension dive to his right, hauls it in for the second out of the inning, and a tip of the cap from Austin nicely to his right fielder, getting him the second out in the frame.
That's an ESPN highlight. I'll tell you what. That is, we can't talk about Jeff Gardner's defense enough. I mean, he's got a great arm. Got great range, and he really gives you 150% when he's in that outfield.
Now 2 outs, and Nolan Early stepping in from the left side takes a called first strike on the outside corner. 0-1. 2 outs, top of the 5th, nobody on. Otters ahead by 1. Nicely working quickly his pitch. Off speed, misses, down and in on Early. 1-1.
I tell you, it's going to be a hard fight to decide who the MVP of this team is this year.
Nicely's next pitch fires high and outside. 2-1.
You look at Jeff out there, outstanding defensive player, plus he leads the team in RBIs. And you got Ryan Long, who plays thirds.
2-1 pitch. Skied in the air to right center field, not all too deep. Center fielder Cullen over there. He's underneath of it. And taking a few more steps back towards straightaway center. He puts it away for the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3. Down go the Miners. We're halfway home to the bottom half of the 5th. It's Evansville 3 and Southern Illinois 2 here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer and Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer and Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
Pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer and Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer and Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer and Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer and Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
Half of the 5th inning, Travis Harrison leads it off for Evansville. Otters leading this game 3-2. Jordan Brink back to work. Harrison 1 for 1 tonight. Single and a walk. Right on right matchup. The first pitch of the bottom of the 5th is fouled straight back for strike 1. Travis now in the series 6 for 8. He has just been scorching hot.
I'm looking at, does he have 54 walks?
Yep. Top 3 in the league in walks.
Wow, plus the one tonight. That's an awful lot of times to be walked.
Yeah, Travis leads the team as the 0-1 comes home inside 1-1. Travis leads the team in terms of this season for most walks in a single game. He's actually done it twice. Most recently, the first game of the series when he walked 3 times.
Yeah.
Counts even on him, 1-1. Brink from the full winds his pitch. Skips in a slider to the backstop, 2-1. Yeah, Travis knows his strike zone very well, knows what he can hit, what he can't hit, and also what the umpire zone is like that night.
Well, I was talking about MVPs. You got, I said Jeff Gardner, and then you got Travis here who...
The 2-1. Fastball sinks downstairs, 3-1.
I mean, he's like sucking in RBIs, but he plays first base, he plays third base, he plays left field. You know, you got a valuable ball player out there.
3 balls and a strike on Travis.
And you got Ryan Long, who same thing, third base, left field, first base.
The pitch.
Or right field.
Misses downstairs. Hesitated there for a second. Didn't know if Donahue was going to raise his arm. But Travis once again draws his second walk of the night. He's been on base 3 times. And he leads off the bottom of the 5th with a walk. That brings up Jeff Gardner.
1, 2, 3. 11 times he's been on base during this series.
Not too shabby.
No, he struck out once, grounded out to short.
Throw back over to first. Harrison scrambles back to the base safely.
And that's it. I mean, they're the only 2. 1 strikeout, 1 ground out to short. The only time he's been put out in this series. What a series.
Harrison aboard at first. Bottom of the 5th. Nobody out. Otters lead by 1. Now, the first pitch to Jeff Gardner. It's a fastball missing below the zone, 1-0.
Travis has also got 16 stolen bases.
And that leads the team.
Gee, what doesn't he lead?
1-0 pitch. That fastball skips in, 2-0, and all of a sudden, he's past 3 innings. Jordan Brink, after not walking a hitter through the first 2 frames, walked 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and now 1 in the 5th. And is behind in the count on Gardner, 2-0. The shortstop Judo now going out to the mound to try and calm Brink down. In Southern Illinois, they're in a precarious situation. After tonight's game, they'll start a series at home against Normal. Obviously, always important against the first-place club. But not only is it a series at home against Normal, it's a 5-game series. They'll play a single game Friday, then back-to-back doubleheaders on Saturday and Sunday. 2-0 to Gardner. Fastball nibbles the outside edge, 2-1. So Mike Pinto's got to try and make sure that he's got enough arms available to try and get him through 5 games in 3 days.
Yeah.
And having Brink not go more than 5 or 6 innings here tonight would certainly be a little bit of a detriment to that.
Well, someone's going to warm up now.
Throw back over to Ferns. Harrison in on his stomach.
I'll tell you what, the little general's a real good manager. I got to give him credit. I like his managing. I think he's aggressive, and there's something about his mannerism. I don't know, but I'd be afraid to play for him.
2 balls and a strike on Gardner. Here it comes. Fastball way outside, 3-1. All of a sudden, Jordan Brink can't seem to rein it in.
Right. You know, I call the general Napoleon because I think he tries to conquer everybody. That's my opinion. He's going over the Alps.
Harrison at first, nobody out, bottom of the 5th. Otters ahead by 1, and another throw over. Harrison back.
You know, I think I made up my mind, Sam, about who the MVP is. I'm going to give it to Travis, Jeff, Ryan, and Randy Wine. Okay, let them split it.
3-1 on Gardner. Here it comes. Runner goes, and it's fouled back. Count full now. 3-2. Harrison back to first base.
Number 40 down the bullpen. Again, Andy's showing aggressiveness on a 3-1 count with no outs. Andy hasn't been aggressive during the season, but it seems to be, now that we're pushing into the playoffs, that he is getting aggressive.
And the Otters, after a rough start to the second half of the season, have turned it on greatly here over the past 3 weeks. Payoff pitch, runner goes, and Jeff swings and fouls it back over top the screen. Harrison again forced back to first base. Count still full. The Otters started the first half 5-11, but have since managed to win 12 out of 18 games.
And we've got, what, how many wins now? 3 in a row, haven't we?
2 in a row.
Well, against this, but didn't we?
Against the Miners, we've now won 3 in a row, correct?
Yeah.
Dating back to the finale of that doubleheader a couple Thursdays ago.
Right.
At Rent One Park. 3-2 again. Travis runs. It swung on and missed. Throw down to seconds, in on a hop, and it is in time. Right on the bag. All the shortstop Judo had to do was put down the tag, and Travis basically slid right into it for the second out of the inning. A strike him out, throw him out, double play.
Yeah. For us witnessing the throw from the catcher, it was poor, but then you look at the results, and it was excellent. Right on the money. As you said, the second baseman, actually Travis slid, as you described it, Travis slid into the tag. He didn't avoid it. He slid into it.
And that's a hard thing to know as a runner, where the tag's going to be applied or anything. But had Travis been able to somehow maneuver himself a little bit, could have been in there. It was a tight play.
It was a bang-bang play. Yeah. He had no choice.
Now Carlos Castro, the batter. The first pitch from Brink is a fastball below the zone, 1-0.
Once you're in a slide, you can't change. You might try to, and I know a lot of players have, and they ended up with broken ankles.
2 outs, nobody on for Carlos. He is 1 for 2 with a double. The 1-0 pitch, slider outside. Castro checks his swing, will appeal to Fichter down the line. Says he held up in time, 2-0.
I think I mentioned to you, Bobby Thompson in the Milwaukee Braves spring training camp broke his leg sliding into a base, and after that, they ordered Henry Aaron never to steal any more bases because they were afraid he'd break an ankle.
2-0 pitch to Castro. Wild hacks, fouls it straight back. I would have loved to see if he could have squared that one up.
Yeah.
But instead it's just strike one. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Evansville ahead 3-2 for now. Castro, the batter, 1 hit tonight, so that extends his hitting streak now to 7 on the season, or 7 currently, the longest such streak he's had on the year. But he's also coming into this game with 6 straight multi-hit games. The 2-1. Takes a called strike on a heater, able to just glance the inside corner, 2-2.
It's going to be interesting on this pitch. Curveball low and outside or a fastball?
The pitch. Fastball tapped foul towards the Miners' dugout. Castro stays alive, 2-2.
See now, if I was behind the plate, it would have been a breaking pitch, low and outside, have him go reaching, which he occasionally does. As we say, you know, it's a gamble.
Brink nods yes to the sign, delivers the 2-2 again, goes with the breaking ball. Castro swings and misses at it, blocked by Comstocky. Picks up the ball, throws it down to first to retire Castro. The 7th strikeout on the night for Brink. That retires the side. We'll go to the 6th. It's Evansville 3 and Southern Illinois 2 here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just 1 room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
This Evansville Otters broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
The tri-state area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at mymarathonstation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
Hey Otters fans, whether you're searching for an exquisite diamond engagement ring, diamond anniversary band, dazzling earrings, or a gorgeous diamond bracelet, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the place for extraordinary value and a pleasurable experience. Krukemeyer & Kahn, a supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. Top of the 6th inning coming at you. It's Evansville 3, Southern Illinois 2. Austin Nicely back on the mound and Romeo Cortina in the box, taking a fastball outside to open up the top of the 6th. Cortina 0 for 2, fly out to right, also a pop-up to first. Nicely's next pitch is swung on and missed. Curve ball down low. Cortina chases. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. Cortina skies it in the air to right center field. Pretty good carry. Center fielder Cullen over towards the alley, but he's not going to have a play. The ball trickles up against the right center field fence in for a hit. Gardner gets there at first, picks it up and throws it on into second. But Cortina already there with a leadoff double. The tying run now in scoring position to open up the 6th for the Miners.
I keep bragging about the defensive play of Jeff Gardner. That one's off the wall, and he picked it up on 1 hop and threw a ball into second base. And I tell you what, I can't understand why he's not playing affiliated baseball. He's got the power, he's got the arm, he's got the glove, range.
Now Daniel Comstock, Otters ahead by 1. We'll see if he bunts. Does not square, and the first pitch is over the heart of the plate, knee high for strike 1.
Well, Steve's there giving some signs. He looked directly at the batter, so I don't know if he missed the call or not.
Top of the 6th inning, Mitch Akers going to get loose for the Otters now. Nicely comes ready, his 0-1 pitch. Again, no bunt, but the fastball misses above the belt for ball 1.
There it goes again. You know, we made a comment, Sam, that first 2 games, Steve Marino down there never gave any signs at all. Tonight he's given a lot, but they're not anything. I mean, they're just signs.
Nicely set. Left on right matchup. Checks the runner. The 1-1. Called strike 2, just at the knees, outside corner, 1-2.
Yeah. And, you know, maybe they listen to us and they pick up hints.
Cortina out at second. Nobody out, top of the 6th. Austin Nicely has worked through the first 5 innings, allowing 2 runs. Stranding a lot of base runners on. Finding his way out of jams. Now 1-2 on Comstock. Singled his last time up. The pitch. Fastball sails high and away, 2-2.
No signs at all in the third base. I mean, the little general's talking to somebody, the pitching coach, so he's not giving any signs at all.
Count even on Comstock. Top half of the 6th. Runner at second, nobody out. Otters ahead by 1. The pitch. Flared in the air, shallow right field. Gardner racing in, and he's going to be able to make the catch going into a slide. Runner tagging from second, going to third. The throw is late off of Hilson's glove and by him. Backed up by Nicely, but Hilson gets there first. Cortina stays at third base. And Nicely not backing up third base and nearly turned into a catastrophe there for the Otters. Nicely wasn't completely behind third yet. He was by the coach's box when that ball glanced off of Hilson's glove and behind him. The throw from Gardner to third was there on the fly but was high, forcing Hilson to jump. Cortina slid in safely, and with 1 out now, Anthony Critelli steps in.
How about that throw, though? My God, how strong of a throw that was. You know, I'll tell you what, that man's got some arm.
Now the infield's going to come in for the Otters. 1 out, tying run at third for the Miners. Critelli, the batter, 0 for 2. Nicely's first pitch. Swung on and fouled off. Right side, 0-1. Otters 3, Miners 2, top of the 6th. Cortina the tying run at third. Critelli, who's taken a 1-for-9 in this series, bats from the right side. Nicely, the Otters starter comes set at the belt. Cranks and deals the 0-1. Flown in the air down the right field line. Gardner chasing after it, but that ball is going to drop in right in front of the Otters bullpen mounds for strike 2.
You know, this batter here has yet to hit a fly ball. He's struck out and he's grounded out every time he has been at bat. And he got one fly ball, a blooper.
0-2 pitch. Lined into right center field. Cullen chasing after it. The center fielder is not going to get there, and it's by him all the way to the warning track. Critelli around first. He'll scamper into second. Cortina scores from third, and the Miners have tied it up at 3 on two-base hits here in the top of the 6th.
There it is again. When you open your mouth, all of a sudden they call you a liar. That's the first fly ball he's hit in the series.
Now Max Peterson out of the Otters dugout, strolling to the mound. No motion to the bullpen yet, but there it is. The right arm raised. Nicely is done after 5 1/3. We've got ourselves a pitching change, a brand new ball game. We're tied at 3. Runner at second for the Miners, and Mitch Aker coming on. We'll take a break here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank Sinorama Evansville for their support this season. Sinorama Evansville is a multi-application supplier of custom-made signs, banners, and decals in the tri-state. Located at 1300 North Royal Avenue in Evansville, Sinorama is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. They can be reached by phone at 812-477-7763 and can be found online at sinorama.com/in-Evansville. Sinorama Evansville, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Since 1994, Slay's Restoration has been assisting tri-state residents clean up and restore their properties after disasters of all kinds. Located at 2121 Cotter Avenue in Evansville, Slay's Restoration offers assistance for water damage, fire and smoke damage, mold and biohazard mitigation, complete reconstruction, and much more. Slay's Restoration can be reached toll-free 24 hours a day at 1-888-776-8555. It can also be found online at slaysrestoration.com.
We're in the top half of the 6th inning. We're all tied at 3 now here between the Otters and the Miners. Mitch Aker on to replace Austin Nicely, who will leave with, at worst, a loss, at best a no decision. Now in a tie game, responsible for Critelli, who's out at second following his RBI double. Aker coming on here, making appearance number 32 on the season. 1-5 for the 4.05 ERA. 33 1/3 innings, 29 strikeouts, 17 walks, and 30 hits allowed. He's had a good bit of rest, has not pitched since last Saturday at Florence when he went an inning in 2/3.
Well, if you watch Critelli going into second base, he was laboring. So that means it's going to take 2 hits to score him.
Jake Wilsey, the batter, has not been retired tonight. 1 for 1 with a double. The first pitch from Akers, a breaking ball in the dirt, 1-0. Mitch, right-handed flamethrower, 6'2", 195 pounds. What's going to be interesting is to see how he pitches against the Southern Illinois team. He has not pitched against them since blowing that save all the way back to the beginning of this month. On August 7th is 1-0. Fastball above the belt, 2-0. 3-run home run to Chance Shepard ended that game. The Otters locked in another tight heat with the Miners here. Top of the 6th, all even at 3. Go-ahead run out at second for the Miners. One man gone. Jake Wilsey, the batter. Aker set his 2-0. Fastball misses high, and it's 3-0.
Looked like he lost his footing or something on that particular pitch. He wasn't comfortable on his follow-through.
3-0 on Wilsey. Max Dudo on deck. 8 and 9 hitters tonight for the Miners. Neither of them have been retired yet. The pitch. Fastball called strike one, outside half. Just at the belt, 3-1. Fratelli out at second, represents the go-ahead run for Southern Illinois. Aker ready, his 3-1. Swung on and missed. The heater blows by Wilsey, and it's 3-2.
It was a pretty good fastball.
Aker set. Payoff pitch. Fastball outside, ball 4. Aker battles back to work the count at 3-2, but walks Wilsey. But no harm, no foul for now. That at least sets up a potential double play. Then now at first and second for Max Dudo.
Duda has struck out quite a few times in this. Twice in the first, twice in the second, and
one for one tonight.
He's got a base hit tonight, though.
Yeah. 1 for 1, a single and a hit batter.
Hit batter, yeah.
Hit by a pitch, rather.
Yes.
1 out, then at first and second. Dudo, left-handed swinger. Aker's first pitch is swung on and grounded to the screen. 1-1. Or 0-1, rather.
Oh, yeah. He jammed him on that one and tied up that swing. But he still got around on it.
Miners have tied the game up here in the top of the 6th. RBI double from Anthony Critelli. Now men at first and second, 1 out. The 0-1. Fastball tails outside, 1-1.
He's got, 29 strikeouts, but 17 walks for 33 innings.
1-1 pitch.
Ooh.
Snaps off a beauty of a breaking ball, but it's just below the knees. 2-1.
Had me fooled. I thought that was a beautiful strike. It shows the difference.
Two-one pitch. Fastball tails outside. 3-1 on Dudo. Top of the order, Joe Duncan on deck.
Anybody else warming up?
Got some arms wrestling right now. Looks like Garrett Harris is about to get hot and ready.
Well, if he walks in, the catcher better go out there and talk to him, give him time to warm up.
Aker's next pitch. High and outside, ball 4, back-to-back walks from Aker. And the bases are loaded with 1 out for Joe Duncan in the top of the order.
Number 6, center fielder, Joe Duncan.
Okay, here comes Max anyway.
This, I imagine, will just be a stalling tactic here. Harris had just gotten up off the bench. So Max will take as long as he can to walk out to the mound. See how long he can hold a conversation for. The entire infield gathered out on the bump. Bases are loaded. There's 1 out. We're tied at 3 here in the top of the 6th. A real breaking point in this game.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I find important was Satella The gentleman that was on second, your first baseman, again, I said he was kind of had the bad legs. Putting him on third now makes it kind of easier for him to score, whereas I said it took 2 base hits for him to score from second. Now it's going to be even a fly ball. Could be questionable. I would say if he hits it to right field and Critelli tries to score, he's going to be thrown out at the plate by.
First pitch to Duncan, swings and fouls it straight back for strike one. Bases juiced, 1 out, top of the 6th. Corners are going to play even with their bases. Harrison in on the grass to cut off the run at the plate. Middle infield at double play depth, trying to turn to and end the inning, but Duncan with great speed. It's 2 for 3 tonight, right-handed batter. Double RBI single and a fly out. 0-1 pitch. Curveball down and away, scoots away from Whiting to his right, but Critelli doesn't move from third. And the count's even at 1.
Well, again, we were talking about him, his speed on it. He never would have made it at home. He'd been out by 10 feet. I would hope that he would have tried to score. I would have put a different situation.
Aker comes set. The 1-1 to Duncan. Hit hard on the ground to third. Backhand stab by the third baseman. Hilson steps on the bag. Throw to first is late. Nearly a phenomenal double play from Hilson. The run comes across to score. The Miners take a 4-3 lead, but Taylor Hilson probably just saved at least 1, if not 2 more runs from scoring with that stop.
I'll tell you what, he is getting more impressive playing third base. Last year I questioned him, but this year, I'll tell you what, he is really showing you something there at the end. And he was a shortstop in college.
Unfortunately for the Otters, Critelli does come home from third to score, but Hilson heady enough to at least get leather on that ball.
Yeah, but that could have went down that line, as you said, 2 runs, maybe 3 even scoring.
Now men at first and second, 2 outs for Kyle Davis. First pitch breaking ball is in the dirt, blocked by Whiting. Runners stay put.
Now the funny part is that run is going to be charged nicely.
Correct.
But we've seen some good defensive play by the Otters. They may be on the losing side, but they are playing top-notch baseball.
1-0 to Davis. Fastball pops the mid outside half, thigh high, 1-1. We're in the top of the 6th. Miners have scored 2 in the inning to take a 4-3 lead. Kyle Davis is the batter. He's 0 for 3. 2 flyouts to center and a strikeout. Whiting sets up in. The pitch is inside. Davis swings away and pops it back out of play. 1-2.
Oh, I'd like to see him strike out or be called out. I just want to watch him, what he's going to do. As you said, management.
One and 2 on Davis, 2 on, 2 outs. Otters down by 1. The pitch. Fastball misses ankle high, 2-2.
Whiting set up inside for a low inside pitch and actually got it low and outside.
And at first and second for the Miners, ahead 4-3. Davis crowds the plate and Aker steps off the rubber, wants to go through the signs again. Break-even pitch. Curveball called strike 3 on the outside. Black. Davis rung up looking to end the threat. But the Otters no longer have the lead. Will go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Southern Illinois 4 and Evansville 3 here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krookemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krookemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krukemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krukemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
Sixth inning. But the Otters trailing now 4-3, and Jordan Brink stays on for the Miners. Brant Whiting leads it off for the Otters. And the first pitch of the frame is blasted down the right field line, but that's going to hook way foul. For strike one, Whiting attacking the first pitch fastball. I think he might have hit the train.
Yeah, there's Paul Mattingly, the engineer of the train. We haven't had that train in a long while.
The 0-1 to Whiting takes an off-speed pitch outside, 1-1.
Every time we mention it, they blow that horn.
Must be listening.
There he goes. He must be listening.
Following a strike on Whiting, left-handed batter. The pitch. Fastball misses outside, 2-1. Or somebody parked their car on the tracks.
That's good. That's a good point.
Brink now into his sixth inning of work. 4-3 lead, the 2-1. Misses outside, 3-1. Whiting 1 for 2. Strikeout and a single, came around to score in the 2-run fourth. Southern Illinois 4, Evansville 3. Whiting, left-handed batter, leads off the bottom of the sixth. The 3-1. Called strike two, outside corner at the knees. Whiting did a 360 to toss his bat to the dugout, but it'll stay in the box. Count now full. Brings payoff pitch. Fastball outside. That misses. Whiting draws the walk. Very tight there, but Brant, a leadoff base runner for Evansville, representing the tying run, and Mike Pinto is immediately out of the dugout. That means we're going to have a pitching change.
That's right. When the general comes out, that means the pitcher comes out.
We got a call to a bullpen here, so after walking the leadoff man in the sixth, Mike Pinto goes to the bullpen to relieve Jordan Brink. We've got a pitching change. Otters are down by 1. We'll take a break and be back here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krukemeyer & Kahn.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Indiana 811.
The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The Pizza Brick Road goes to Tyroni's. So follow me down the Pizza Brick Road. Road down to Tyroni's. The Pizza Brick Road. The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's.
Hi, I'm Bill Morgan of Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. I've built a reputation of doing quality work that will stand the test of time. We didn't get here by knocking on doors, talking gibberish, or trying to be the lowest bid. You don't like to be sold to, and that's not what we do. My philosophy is simple: treating your home like it's my own, from start to finish. For roofing, gutters, siding, give us a call at Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. Roofing the right way. 812-499-5892 or BillMorganRoofing.com.
Kyle Tenius comes into this game to replace Jordan Brink, who had a weird start. Leaves in line for the victory if the Miners hold on, but can do no worse than a no decision. Brink goes 5+ innings, gives up 6 hits, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. Responsible for Brand Whiting at first, the tying run. And Kyle Tenius, the tall righty, 6'4", 200 pounds, comes on to face Taylor Lane with nobody out. The first pitch. Fastball starts upstairs and stays there, 1-0. Tenius 4-2 on the season, 3.85 ERA in 30 games, 28 innings, 29 strikeouts, 15 walks, and 33 hits allowed. His 1-0 to Lane, missed off the outside corner and low, 2-0.
Yeah, Whiting has no strikeouts, has no stolen bases, which again, you don't want to take a chance. He doesn't have the speed with no outs.
2-0 on Lane. The pitch. Taps it foul over top the Miners' dugout left side. 2-1. Taylor 0 for 1 tonight. A strikeout, also a sacrifice fly to center.
Yeah, I wonder why Andy's not having him bunt. I know you got Hunter coming up and Tyler, the 8th and 9th batters, but still.
The 2-1 fastball below the knees, 3-1.
Well, if he gets on, I bet Hunter's bunting.
Whiting at first, nobody out, bottom of the 6th. Evansville trails by 1, 4-3. And a throw over to first. Whiting back in, diving. Taylor open stance from the right side. The 3-1 hit hard on the ground down the third base line. Picked by the third baseman Davis from a knee. He gets up, throws to first wide. Pulls the first baseman Pertelli off the bag. But Lane was going to beat the throw anyways. An infield single. Whiting up to second. And the first two are on here to start the bottom of the 6th.
Now we've got to bunt. Hunter's got to move them into scoring position.
And despite Davis not being able to make that play on the backhand behind the bag, he probably saved Whiting advancing to third and possibly Lane being aggressive going into second.
I would say you're right. I would definitely agree with you.
So we're seeing some nice defense here tonight from both sides. The men at first and second, nobody out. Hunter Cullen steps in. He's 1 for 2. Corners play in, guarding against the bunt. First pitch from Tenius. Cullen squares, tries to get it down, pops it up. Catcher Comstock out of his crouch, and he makes the catch. And foul ground third base side for the first out.
And I think Hunter just broke his bat. He slammed the bat down on the ground, and I think he broke the bat. Well, it's up to Hilson.
Now with 1 out, men still at first and second. Otters trailing 4-3. It's Taylor Hilson, 0 for 1. Tenius' first pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Hilson 0 for 1 tonight. Strikeout and a walk, but in this series has pestered the Miners. 3 hits, 3 RBIs, including a 2-run triple last night. The 0-1 called strike 2. Fastball on the inside corner at the knees. Hilson doesn't like it, but now down in the count, 0-2.
He probably might get a curveball and might be in the dirt, and the runners could advance, possibly.
The 0-2. Curveball misses inside. A ball and 2 strikes on Hilson.
That was like a sinking curve rather than a cutting curve. We used to call them drops years ago.
1-2 pitch. Breaking ball hangs high and tight. Hilson spins out of the way.
That was a curve ball that kind of hung up there. Their secret weapon, getting the crowd excited.
Then at first and second, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Miners 4, Otters 3. Finale of this 3-game set. Otters going for the sweep. The pitch. Check swing grounder out towards second. Wilsey charging. Fields throws to first to retire Hilson. Runners advance to second and third. But on the check swing chopper, Taylor retired, and the lineup turns over for David Cronin, who gave the Otters the lead back in the 4th with an RBI single. We'll see if he can do it again here. Men at second and third, 2 outs. And the Otters down by 1. That's going to draw the pitching coach, Tyler Martin, out to the mound to talk with Tinius. I think the conversation might be about if they want to pitch to Cronin or Gould.
I'd go. I don't want to gamble. I'd pitch to Cronin.
You know, you never always hate to put extra men on when you don't have to.
Exactly. I mean, you walk Cronin, and then all of a sudden here comes JJ, and then you walk him. Before you know it, now the score's tied. So you defeated your own purpose.
Jeff Thompson is up and warming in the Otters bullpen. There's nobody throwing right now in the Miners bullpen.
You know, as they always say, lose the game with your best pitch.
David 2 for 3, infield single, a run scored, and an RBI line drive down the left side. His last time up gave the Otters a 3-2 lead in the 4th. Right on left matchup. The first pitch. Breaking ball on the toes, 1-0.
I don't think so. I think this relief pitcher has thrown a lot of curveballs, but I don't think any of them have been a strike yet.
Tania, 6'4", 200 pounds, out of West Texas A&M University. The 1-0 misses in the dirt, blocked by Comstock. 2-0.
Another breaking pitch.
Looks like they might just be pitching around Cronin here, trying to get him to chase. I mean, we'll really know here on the 2-0 if they don't go to a fastball. I'll give you all indication.
He's got 40 walks.
Tinius peers in for the sign, comes set. Light kick, the pitch. Goes with the fastball. Cronin can't square it up, fouls it straight back. 2-1.
You know, you look at one of the best hitters of all time, Ted Williams, but he only got hits 3 out of every 10 times.
Baseball's hard.
So the pitcher's always got the advantage.
2-1 on Cronin. Catcher sets up down the pitch. It is down, but in the dirt. 3-1.
I don't know what that pitch is. Is it a fork ball?
It kind of looks like a two-seamer.
Is it? Well, I know it.
Sinker.
Yeah, it's sinking, and that's why. I mean, again, whether it's a sinker or a curveball, he hasn't thrown a strike with them yet.
3-1 on Cronin. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Otters down by 1 run in the bottom half of the 6th. Trying to finish the sweep against the Miners and go 6-0 against them at home here this year. Tinius ball behind his back now, comes to the ready across from the chest. The 3-1. Fastball below the knees, that's ball 4. Cronin draws the walk, and that loads the bases for J.J. Gould.
You know, Strickett weapons down there, banging his cowbell. You know, the gentleman, he's lost 2 of his legs through operations anyway, and here he is inspiring. Instead of people giving him, you know, condolences, whatever you want to say, but here he is inspiring the Otters and the fans to go on and win. That man is he's great.
2 outs, bases loaded for Gould. The pitch. Breaking ball misses just a little bit low, had the plate, but no call. 1-0. Gould 0 for 2. Strikeout, a fly out, also a walk. Otters trail right now 4-3, bottom of the 6th. Bases juiced, waiting at third, Lane at second, Cronin at first. The 1-0. Fastball misses off the outside corner. 2-0 on J.J. Gould.
That's one of the reasons why I don't like purposely to walk somebody.
J.J. does not have a hit yet this season with the bases loaded in 3 at-bats. The 2-0 pitch. Broken bat flare into shallow right field. Second baseman Wilsey out, but it drops in for a hit. Lane around third. He's going to score right behind Whiting. J.J. Gould with the flare to right, a 2-run single, and the Otters retake the lead 5-4.
I tell you, that man has got more luck. He bloops him over the infield, whether it's down the third base line or over now second. I don't care, as long as he brings those RBIs in. But boy, oh boy, does he have luck.
Cronin advances all the way to third. Gould aboard at first, and the Otters now lead 5-4. RBIs 7 and 8 on the season for JJ. Just after the Miners played 2 in the top half, the Otters storm right back for 2 of their own. Well, it's been a seesaw battle. Now Travis Harrison, if he can come through, possibly give the Otters their biggest edge of the day. Harrison 1 for 1, a single and 2 walks. The pitch misses outside, 1-0.
This guy here, this relief pitcher, everything has been low, and to a right-hand batter, outside, to the left-hand batter, inside, but they're all low. His command is lacking. And not one of his breaking pitches have been strikes.
Right on right matchup, the 1-0 to Travis. Got a pitch to hit, but taps it foul towards the Miners' dugout, 1-1. Travis hitting .304 with runners in scoring position in 2 outs this season. 21 of his 54 RBIs, just under half, have come from these situations. Otters now lead 5-4. Bottom of the 6th. Men at the corners. Tinius set. The light kick, the pitch. Cued back up the middle by the mound. Second baseman Wilsey fields the grounder and throws Harrison out at first to end the threat, but the Otters take the lead with 2 more runs on J.J. Gould's 2-run single. We'll go to the 7th. Otters 5, Miners 4 here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
GD Ritzy's is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations: west at 4810 University Drive, on the north side at 4320 North 1st Avenue, and on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vandenberg or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank the Evansville Courier and Press for their support and coverage of Otters baseball. The Evansville Courier and Press provides news, sports, and weather coverage to the Tri-State, both in a print and online edition. The Evansville Courier and Press can be found online at courierandpress.com, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. The Evansville Courier and Press, a member of the Journal Media Group.
91.5 WUEV Evansville.
We chug along to the top of the 7th inning. Mitch Aker, who was able to escape that 6th inning jam by allowing just 1 run, is relieved now by Jeff Thompson coming on for the 7th frame. Thompson, the tall righty out of the University of Louisville, comes on here with the Otters now leading 5-4. Jeff, 6'6", 245 pounds, recently played in the Tigers organization, making his 7th appearance on the year for Evansville. Faces Chance Shepard to lead off the top of the 7th. Otters 5, Miners 4. The first pitch. Fastball misses off the outside corner, 1-0.
He's got a little mustard on his pitches, doesn't he?
Just a little.
Yeah.
Jeff, a highly touted draft pick, 3rd round
Really?
out of Louisville. The 1-0, Shepard with a big half comes up empty, 1-1.
3rd round.
3rd round while at Louisville. He was an All-American, helping lead the Cardinals to a College World Series berth. Shepard at the plate. The DH is 0 for 3. 2 punch-outs. The 1-1. Missed inside, 2-1. The next pitch, fastball spiked in, 3-1.
A 3rd round draft by any affiliated club is a highly thought of candidate, Major League.
Thompson spent much of this past season with the Tigers' AA affiliate, the Erie Seawolves. 3-1 on Shepard, here it comes. Perfect fastball outside Black at the knees. And the count's full on Shepard.
Says Erie, Pennsylvania, and Eastern League?
Yep.
That's their AA club?
Yep.
Oh.
Thompson from the stretch. His payoff pitch. Down and away, ball 4. Shepard with a great take. Draws the leadoff walk. And the tying run aboard at first for the Miners, leading off the top of the 7th.
Used to be the Erie Sailors, and they were in the old New York Penn League.
Now with Shepard at first, Nolan Early stands in. Left-handed swinger, 1 for 3. RBI single way back in the first. Thompson's first pitch bounced on the ground to first. Harrison fields off the bag, throws to second for 1, back to first. That's a, oh my goodness, they called him safe. I thought they had him by a half step on the 3-6-3 attempted double play. Early beats it out. Harrison did a great job. The first baseman came off the bag, fielded, strong throw to second, Gould a strong one back to first, but evidently not in time.
Yeah.
It's just a fielder's choice.
And Andy had a few words.
Number 4, left fielder Romeo Cortina.
Now this guy got the double last time up, didn't he?
Now with 1 out, a man at first. No double play there for the Otters. Romeo Cortina stands in. 1 for 3, doubled leading off the 6th. Came around to score the tying run at the time. First pitch to him. Fastball underneath the arms, raises them out of the way, 1-0. It's Evansville 5, Southern Illinois 4. Otters trying to win what would be their 4th straight game against the Miners to close out that season series. So throw goes over to first, Early back in with a dive. It would be the Otters' 6th straight win here at home. They would sweep the season series at home at Bosse Field against the Miners. It would also give Evansville the season series a win Thompson's 1-0. That's on the outside corner, 1-1, and that could prove oh so important down the stretch with how tightly bunched everybody is. Any tiebreaker you can hold, boy, it's a good thing to have. The Otters already hold the tiebreaker over the Florence Freedom. 1-1 pitch. Way inside, Cortina backed out of the box, 2-1.
So if it gets down to nickels and dimes, the whoever has the edge over the other team,
head-to-head, yep,
they will be the deciding factor.
Yep. 2 balls and a strike on Cortina. Here it comes. A laced foul on the third base side. Down level at 2.
So what you're saying is if a team has 5 wins over the other team, that one win could be the deciding factor.
Exactly. Right now the season series between the Otters and the Miners. Otters currently with 6 wins in the season series, the Miners with 5. The 2-2 fouled back to the screen. So if the Otters lose, the season series is tied, and it remains at 6-6.
Right, I was going to say, because we're 5-1 or 1-5 there, but we're 5-0 here.
Correct.
So that would give us 6-5.
Yep. Otters ahead by 1, top of the 7th. The 2-2 to Cortina again, and he pops it foul on the right side to stay alive.
Brought to you by. Thank you, Joe. Choose the best. Best construction, never regret it.
One out early at first. Jeff Thompson on the mound, comes set at the stretch and throws over to first. Early back to the bag standing. Two-two pitch, fastball high and outside, and the count's full.
Gonna be interesting. Steve's giving some signs down there now, although it's gonna be interesting. 3-1 count.
Early at first, 1 out, payoff pitch. Inside ball 4, Cortina draws the walk. Second one issued by Thompson here in the frame. And now the tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first for Daniel Comstock.
And we got a good crowd here tonight, but they're all silent right now. Everyone's on pins and needles with the score as close as it is.
First pitch to Comstock. Flown in the air down the right field line, shallow. Cronin going out, Gardner coming in foul territory. Cronin slides, but can't haul it in on the warning track right in front of the Otters bullpen bench. It's strike 1.
I tell you, that little guy can cover a lot of ground. And remember last night he was out there all the way in right field, and both him and Gardner must have ran. As I said, you corrected me 180 feet. I said, 80 yards or something? You said 180 feet, whatever it was. But the point is, he's a little fire plug out there.
No balls and a strike on Comstock, the catcher, right-handed hitter. 1 for 3 tonight, a potential double play candidate. Men at first and second, the 0-1. The breaking ball hangs high, 1-1. The pitch misses just outside, and it's 2-1. And at first and second, 1 out. Evansville 5, Southern Illinois 4, top of the 7th. Right on right matchup, Comstock and Thompson. The kick and the pitch. Fouled off straight back over the screen, 2-2. 2-2 on Comstock. Here it comes. Fastball down and away, saved by Whiting with the backhand pick, and the count's full.
I think he overthrew on that one. He tried to power it by, and you just throw natural.
3-2, runners at first and second, 1 out, top of the 7th. Otters lead by 1. Thompson's walked 2 in the frame. Payoff pitch. Fastball outside, ball 4. And Thompson's walked, the bases loaded here in the 7th for Anthony Critelli stepping in.
Critelli was in the same situation last time, and he got that double. Well, not exactly in the bases loaded, but he was in a position to have an RBI.
Max Peterson heads out to the mound, trying to calm Thompson down. Walks Shepard to lead off the inning. Got early to hit into what looked to be a double play until early beat out the tail end. Now walk to Cortino, walk to Comstock, both on 3-2 pitches. And just like that, the bases are loaded.
And nobody's warming up in the and down there in the bullpen.
Critelli 1 for 3, RBI double in the 6th. And if you think back to Tuesday as Thompson comes set, bases loaded, the first pitch. Fires a fastball just inside for ball 1, and Garrett Harris is going to start warming up for the Otters. You think back to Tuesday, Critelli was in the same spot, but the bases loaded, hit into an ending 5-4-3 double play. Now he swings through the 1-0, foul tipped into Whiting's glove, and the count's even at 1. One out, top of the 7th. Bags full, Otters ahead by 1 run. The pitch to Critelli.
Strike 2.
Called strike 2, inside corner, just at the knees. And Thompson jumps ahead 1-2. On deck, Jake Wills, who has not been retired tonight.
Yeah, 2 walks and a double.
Thompson's pitch. Little flare back to the mound on 1 hop. Thompson fields backhand throw to the plate. Now on to first in time. That's a 1-2-3 double play. Thompson shatters Critelli's bat. Starts the 1-2-3 inning-ending double play and gets out of the jam. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch. It's Evansville 5 and Southern Illinois 4 here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer and Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer and Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer and Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer and Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
Him inside on one hop to have the presence of mind to get the ball to home plate to start the double play, and then credit to Whiting, because that throw down the first base line with the runner running there can sometimes get a little tricky. Put it right on the bag. Just as easy as 1, 2, 3. The Otters turn the double play in the top of the frame to stay in front. Jeff Gardner will lead it off in the bottom of the 7th for the Otters, still up against Kyle Tenius, who finished off the 6th and now pitches into the 7th. Evansville 5, Southern Illinois 4.
Yeah, that was a tremendous break for the Otters. I mean, ooh. Getting out of that jam. I'm stabbing myself with my pencil.
First pitch to Jeff Gardner, skips in for ball 1. You got to pinch yourself, make sure you're not dreaming.
I mean, that's an odd double play. I've seen it many times, but the point is.
And what made it a little bit stranger is Tenius comes set and deals home the 1-0. Gardner hits it high in the air to deep right field, early tracing back in front of the track. He reaches up and puts it away. The right fielder able to backpedal and make the catch for the first out of the inning. But what made it so strange is normally on a 1-2-3 double play, you know, it's a simple ground ball back to the mound, like a one-hopper, something like that. But that was a broken bat, little flare that almost looked like Thompson might have been able to catch.
That's what I thought he was going to catch.
Then had it hit the ground, went with a backhand flip to home, and then Whiting threw on to first. It wasn't exactly clean and easy. It was a little bit jagged, but the Otters all season have been rough around the edges, but get it done. Now Carlos Castro, 1 out, nobody on. He swings at the first pitch, a little flare out to shallow right center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Wilsey, the second baseman, went out, left high into the sky, but can't haul it in. Carlos Castro extends his multi-hit performance. Now he's had at least 2 hits in 7 straight games.
That is amazing. He was batting 4-4-1. He had 15 hits for 34 at-bats, and now he's got 2 at tonight again, so it's amazing.
Now Brant Whiting 1 for 2, 2 runs scored. First pitch to him, skips in 1-0. Brant led off last inning with a walk, came around to score the tying run on J.J. Gould's 2-run single. Otters still lead by that 2-run base knock, 5-4. Castro at first, 1 away. Tenius comes set. The pitch. Breaking ball slips out of his hand high and wide, 2-0. To Whiting. Fastball at the top of the zone, outside corner, 2-1.
Oh.
2 balls and 1 strike on Brant Whiting. Castro over at first. The next pitch misses down and away, 3-1.
Got it. Thank you. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
3-1 on Whiting. Castro at first. Tenius is offering. Whiting swings through it, and the count's full.
That thank you was some lady wanted to take a picture of Sam and I. And
Bill, we're famous.
I know, so that's what I was thinking. I didn't realize we're still in the air. So, anyway, this is a bad night for me. Good night for the Otters, bad night for McCune.
Castro at first, 1 out. The 3-2 pitch, Carlos runs, swung on and missed, throw down to second is in time. Castro caught stealing a strike him out, throw him out, double play ends the 7th. And we'll go to the 8th. Evansville 5, Southern Illinois 4 here on WUEV 91.5 FM. Brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
The Hoosier Lottery began selling lottery tickets on October 13, 1989. Since then, the Hoosier Lottery has offered hundreds of different games, awarded prizes to millions of players, and given billions of dollars to the state of Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery's mission is to responsibly provide innovative and entertaining lottery games for the benefit of the citizens of Indiana. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit them online at HoosierLottery.com. The Hoosier Lottery, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Chapter 16, would like to take time to say, Go Otters! The IBEW Local 16's jurisdiction includes 13 counties in southwestern Indiana, as well as Wabash County in Illinois. Its members are divided into several categories of electrical work, including inside construction, maintenance electric, residential wiring, and sign classifications. More information on IBEW Local 16 can be found online at IBEW16.net.
Hi, this is Joe Townsend from JMT Restoration. We are proud to be a sponsor of the 2016 Frontier Champion Evansville Otters. If you ever have a mold or water restoration issue in your home or business, give us a call at 812-205-5384. JMT Restoration Service, where professional work meets affordable pricing. Remember, go Otters!
To the top half of the 8th inning, Jeff Thompson is going to stay on and pitch for Evansville after he walked 3 guys in the 7th. But a 1-2-3 double play ended that threat. We'll see if he can settle in here in the 8th. Otters ahead 5-4 over the Southern Illinois Miners. 8-9-1 in the Southern Illinois order. Wilsey, Dudo, and Duncan.
And we haven't gotten this guy out all night.
Wilsey and Dudo, the 8 and 9 hitters, have combined to go 2 for 2 with 3 walks and have been hit by a pitch. First pitch to him. This is high and tight, 1-0. Alex Phillips is going to start getting loose for Evansville, so maybe if Thompson runs into some trouble, we could see him here in the 8th. Right on right matchup. Wilsey 1 for 1 with a double. The pitch yanked down and away, 2-0.
Yeah, this Wilsey and Dotto been on all night long. They've been on bases.
The 2-0 pitch. Thompson can't find the outside corner, and it's 3-0. Pitch. Bounced in, ball 4. Thompson's 4th walk out of the pen. And for the 2nd straight inning, the leadoff man is aboard via the walk, representing the tying run.
Number 1, shortstop Max Dudo.
Now, do you sacrifice the man to second, or the way?
I think they're probably going to have Dudo take a strike, right?
I was going to say, yes, the way he's pitching, I wouldn't be bunting. I'd be saying, hey, let's wait him out.
You don't want to give up an out too quickly.
That's right.
Runner at first, nobody out. Dudo, the batter, squares the bunt on the first pitch, but takes high for ball 1.
Yeah, I'd say take a strike before you actually bunt. Go into the, fake the bunt, but take the strike. He's liable to walk in.
Top of the 8th inning, tying run at first. Otters ahead 5-4. Jeff Thompson's pitch misses high, 2-0 on Max Dudo, and Brand Whiting's going to call time, head out to the mound. 6 straight out of the zone from Thompson to begin the 8th inning. After walking 3 last inning, walks the first man in the 8th. Now 2-0 on Dudo. who singled, been hit by a pitch, and walked himself.
I'd say if he walks in, they ought to yank him.
The 2-0, Judo squares the bunt, takes it back, and the pitch is high. 3-0.
You think the bullpen is ready?
Phillips started warming about 5 or 6 minutes ago.
Okay, so he should be ready.
It'll be tight. The 3-0 pitch, Judo squares, takes a pitch upstairs. Looked like the home plate umpire, Steve Donahue, flinched. Max Peterson has some words for him as Judo jogs on down to first. The second straight walk to open up the 8th. Max going out to the mound now.
Got some call. He's talking to him as he goes out, but that's it. He's finished.
That's going to be all for Thompson. He walks 5 batters while recording 3 outs. Alex Phillips is going to come on. A potential 6-out save. Got men at first and second, nobody out. We'll take a break. Be back in a sec here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
This Evansville Otters broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at mymarathonstation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
So we're in the top of the 8th inning. The Miners have runners at first and second with nobody out. The top of the order coming to the plate. The Otters going to turn to their closer, Alex Phillips, to try and lock down the final 6 outs and give the Otters the sweep of the Miners. Alex pitched back on Tuesday, throwing a perfect inning, striking out the side. 6'3", 220-pound righty. No record, a 1.35 ERA. 6 saves, 20 innings, 35 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 11 hits allowed. Joe Duncan's the first batter. He's gone 2 for 4 tonight with 2 runs driven in. Squares early on the first pitch, and Phillips steps off the mound with an inside move to second, chasing the runner back. Wilsey at second, Dudo at first, Duncan the batter, right-handed hitter. Corners play in on the grass. Phillips comes set. Duncan squares. The first pitch. Fastball called strike 1 on the outside corner.
Phillips came straight off the mound. Harrison came in. Third baseman went back to the bag. So if I was Duncan, I'd try to put it down third base line.
Squares early, the 0-1. Gets it down on the third base side. Phillips off the mound, fields with the bare hand, throws to first, high off of Cronin's glove. It's going to trickle towards the warning track. 1 run scores. Second runner goes to third, holds up there. That's Dudo. Duncan aboard at first safely. And the Miners have tied it at 5 here in the top of the 8th on the sacrifice bunt, and still have men at first and third with nobody out. We'll see how they score it. It'll be an error on who, I'm not sure
Pitcher.
yet.
Got to be on the pitcher down the
For the
throw.
throw high. And now the trainer for Southern Illinois out to look at Joe Duncan. That's Brad Brush.
Well, he collided with Cronin. That's why, I think the ball got by. Cronin had to leap up for the throw, and Duncan deflected off him, if that's what you call it.
Yeah. The ball hit off of David's glove as he was going up off the bag to try and retrieve the high throw.
Yeah.
Duncan kind of hit him at the same time. Everybody's safe. Judo advances all the way to third. Now we're tied at 5, and Alex Phillips, boy, does he have a jam to try and pitch out of here. Men at the corners, nobody out. 5-all the score, and Kyle Davis, the third baseman, stepping in. He's 0 for 4. 2 flyouts to center, 2 strikeouts. Right on right matchup, the first pitch. It's down in the dirt, blocked by Whiting. Everybody stays put.
Yeah, Davis has had a bad series so far. He struck out 6 times out of
12 at-bats.
Yeah.
One 1-0 on Davis. Infield will play back here, trading the run for the 2 outs. Phillips at the high set, his 1-0. Foul tipped off of Whiting's mask into the Otters dugout, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch.
Strike 2.
On the outside corner. Looked like a little cutter or slider from Phillips there. And it's 1-2 on Davis.
That does include electronic cigarettes and vaping, so please stop doing this.
Ball and 2 strikes on Davis. Here it comes. Fastball called strike 3. Phillips paints the inside corner, gets Davis looking. A big first out.
How many
Here
times?
at the top of the 8th.
How many times has he been called out, not swinging, between Spencer, who is now coming to bat, and
Shepard
and Davis? They've been called out more times than the entire team.
Now 1 out, and here comes Chance Shepard, 0 for 3. Mired in a 3 for 20 slump, but a dangerous hitter nonetheless. Phillips' first pitch, he swings and misses. Pitch down and away for strike 1. Men still at the corners, 1 out, top of the 8th. Miners have tied it at 5-all. Otters looking for the double play to potentially get out of the jam. Right on right matchup, the kick in the 0-1. Misses down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, many years ago when my third son was playing Little League, and they used to strike out all the time, and the umpire used to call him strike 3, strike 3, strike 3, and he would say it's the umpire.
1-1 delivery. Fastball misses high, 2-1 on Shepard.
And I said, David, it can't be Mike, and it can't be George, and it can't be Hendren, it can't be John, whatever, all the different umpires. It must be you. So start swinging. Turned out to be a pretty good hitter when he did.
2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Phillips goes back to that cutter on the outside corner. Shepard can't touch it, and we're even at 2.
You know, he looks bad at that, on those breaking pitches. I just noticed something right now. I just noticed something with Shepard.
Break-even pitch. Fouled back to the screen, still 2-2.
If you notice, when he's there, he reaches with the bat to go across the plate, meaning that when he stands up and swings, he can't take the outside from the middle out. He cannot reach. That's why he misses so many pitches.
Whiting sets up in the 2-2 again. Checks his swing as the ball just taps off his bat and goes into the Otters dugout. Lucky to stay alive, still 2-2.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? See, I always thought, put the bat, just leave the bat there. Then when you extend it, it covers the plate rather than leaning over.
2-2 pitch.
There it is there.
Called strike three. Shepard frozen, looking for the breaking ball. Phillips goes with the heater, back-to-back punch-outs. 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Runner still at first and third, all tied at 5.
As I said, between Davis and Shepard, they have been called out on third strikes more than the entire team. If I was Steve Marino, the hitting coach, I'd have a few words with those boys.
Now Nolan Early steps in and steps back out, calls time. Runners at first and third, 2 outs, top of the 8th. Tied at 5. Alex Phillips trying to get himself out of this jam. The first pitch to Early is a breaking ball dropping in below the belt for strike 1.
So that, we've got Mr. Phillips has struck out 5 out of the last 5.
Yes.
Batters, yeah.
0-1 pitch. Curveball misses outside, wraps around the corner, 1-1. You want to leave that bunt out.
What bunt?
The bunt here in the 8th inning.
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry. I do.
The 1-1. Fastball perfect outside corner, 1-2. The last 5 times Phillips has had a batter going up there to swing.
Right, okay.
He's punched him out.
Yeah.
Trying to make it 6 out of 6. Men at the corners, 2 outs. Trying to keep it tied at 5. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Dropped by Whiting, but he tags out early. And Alex Phillips comes in. The game ends up being tied, but he strikes out the side to keep it at 5 all. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Tied at 5 here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krukemeyer and Kahn.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krukemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krukemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
Is the best golf rates in town. Now offering 18 holes with the cart for just $18. Don't forget the dollar drafts and $5 pitchers of ice cold beer. Come and visit the Bolt. Thunderbolt Pass Golf Course, a supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. On to pitch for the Southern Illinois Miners. We're tied at 5, bottom of the 8th. It's a Zach Hartman, and boy, has he been good since joining the Miners earlier this season. Joined them back in July. After being released from the Winnipeg Goldeyes in the American Association. Hartman, right-handed tosser, 6 feet, 195 pounds, 1-1, has not allowed a run in 15 1/3 innings, 22 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 8 hits allowed. It's going to be a tough task for the Otters here. 7, 8, and 9 in the order. All knotted at 5 apiece. Bottom of the 8th, and Taylor Lane leads it all.
This has been some game, Sam.
Back and forth, the seesaw and the pendulum. Lane 1 for 2. With an RBI, the first pitch to him pushes him back. Fastball high and tight for ball 1.
I'm going to...
And into center field. Center fielder Duncan going on to his right, but he'll have to play it on a hop. Into the left center alley it goes. He cuts it off. Lane rounds first, but holds there with a leadoff single to open up the bottom of the 8th.
Now Hunter has to be bunting. Now last time he had a pop fly, if you recall.
Hunter indeed tried to bunt his last time up, but popped it up. We'll see if he can get it done here. Third baseman Davis is really going to come in, playing just about 60 feet down the line. Lane held on at first by Critelli. Hunter squares early out in front of the plate. Hartman set. Throw over to first, and Lane back in diving.
You know, you see more of it, and it should be. Everyone knows you're going to bunt, so square off early. You're not faking anybody out by, at the last minute, dropping the bat.
Hartman set his pitch. Cullen squares and pops it up again. First base side. That's going to be over top the Otters dugout, though. He catches a break.
Yes, he
0-1.
Yes, he does. And we used to teach you when you're bunting, put the bat right level with your belt, not in an angle form, but put it square level with your belt. And then just draw it back. When the ball hits, draw it back slightly.
Cullen, left-handed batter, again squares as Hartman comes set.
He's got it like a club.
The 0-1. Fastball high, count even.
Well, you notice now, Sam, the way he's got the bat, the angle. So if he's going to make a punch, it's not even. Well, anyway. And there's, well, I'll say it later.
Nobody out, bottom of the 8th, tied at 5. Another throw over to first. Lane scampers back.
Well, I'll say it now. Tomorrow they're having not a tryout, but a baseball clinic.
Yeah, for the young kids.
Yeah.
Hunter squares and another throw over. Lane back standing.
He's got that bat at the wrong angle.
Tied at 5, bottom of the 8th. Cullen trying to bunt. Here's the pitch. Gets it down first base side. Pitcher off the mound. Fields with the bare hand. Throws low to first by the first baseman. Lane off of second. Gets back in with a dive as the throw in is late. Hunter aboard at first on the error. And the Otters have men at first and second thanks to the low throw from Hartman to the bag.
And I'll tell you what, Critelli, if you notice, threw it to second base because Lane had gotten a wide turn. And boy, that shortstop made an outstanding block. Otherwise, I think we would be ahead right now because that ball would have ended up in left field. And if you look where the left fielder is, Lane would have scored easily.
So now Hunter Cullen bunts, gets on base. Taylor Hilson is going to be asked to do the same exact thing. And
balk.
They just called a balk. Runners are going to be put at second and third. I have no idea what the balk was called for.
Oh, here comes the general.
And I think there might be a discrepancy between the home plate umpire and the field umpire that one of them might have called time. And that's what they're yelling about right now. The time was still called But in fact, the balk's going to stand. The Otters catch a humongous break. Hartman balks. Lane gets to go to third. Cullen up to second.
And no outs.
So not only does Hunter Cullen get on base thanks to the error from Hartman on the bunt while trying to give himself up, the Otters are handed 2 more free bases on the balk. Just like that, the go-ahead run at third and insurance run out at second. Now Taylor Hilson 0 for 2. He can be the hero with a ball to the outfield. Infield comes in for the Miners. Right on right matchup, the first pitch. Inside, nearly got him on the shoulder, but he's just able to spin out of the way for ball 1.
And the crowd came alive. It is an exciting ball game. I'll tell you, people at home are missing a great game.
Hartman's 1-0. Popped in the air, foul over the screen, 1-1.
I'd say to our fans out there in Otterville, Sam, that we've got an exciting weekend coming up. Come on out. I mean, if we're watching baseball, the last 3 games like this, boy, it's worth the money.
The Otters will welcome in the River City Rascals tomorrow, the team that currently holds the wild card spot. The Otters are trying to chase after. 1-1 on Hilson. The kick and the pitch. Flown in the air down the right field side. That's going to slice out of play. 1-2.
Well, the Otters have had all kinds of opportunity. And they've got a lot of breaks, especially with Thompson on that double play an inning or so ago.
Ball and 2 strikes on Hilson. With Hartman coming set, Hilson calls time, steps out. Lane at third, good speed. Cullen out at second, even better speed. Any ball to the outfield should bring home at least 1 run. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Hilson chases the slider down and away. Hartman strikes him out for the first out of the 8th.
Back to the top of the order. Number 6.
That turns the lineup over for David Cronin, the leadoff man. Had himself a nice night, 2 for 3. Also walked, drove in a run. Still tied at 5, bottom of the 8th, and out comes the pitching coach, Tyler Martin again. Nobody's in the bullpen, but again, I think it's going to be that same conversation that the Miners had last time with the runners at second and third and Cronin due up. Do you want to pitch to Cronin or to Gould? And we know how it ended last time.
That's right. So I'm pitching to Cronin. I think it backfired the last time.
Meeting on the mound between everybody for the Miners, and also the more rational decision behind it could be, Gould's not as fast as Cronin. Cronin puts the ball in play a good bit. Better chance for a double play. Putting Cronin on would obviously put a force on at every base. But they're not going to intentionally walk him. Probably try to see if he'll chase out of the zone. And David with great bat to ball skills. Just needs to get one lifted into the outfield, poke one through the infield. He can put the Otters ahead. We're tied at 5. Bottom of the 8th, Otters trying to sweep the Miners out of town for the second time this season and go 6-0 at home against Southern Illinois. Taylor Lane's at third, Hunter Cullen's at second. Zach Hartman's on the mound and David Cronin's in the box. First pitch of the at-bat. Called strike 1 at the knees, outside half.
I think he threw mostly breaking pitches the last time Cronin was up.
That was Tinius and Cronin. Kyle was trying to work around David. 0-1 on Cronin. The pitch. Fouls it back over top of the roof, and it's quickly 0-2. Give Hartman credit in a situation that with a lot of pressure. He's not backing down. He's going right after these guys.
That's why he should. Odds are always in the pitcher's favor. So if you're going to Las Vegas, bet on 7.
Otters and Miners even at 5, bottom of the 8th. Had a couple lead changes here. The top half of the frame, the Miners tied it. Otters trying to take the lead back. 0-2 to Cronin. Misses outside 1-2.
Well, the catcher called for it outside, and that's exactly where he got it. But then again, Cronin has been known to go to the left field on those low outside pitches to slap it to left. So I would say stay with the low inside pitch.
Hartman readies up, set at the belt. Cranks and deals the 1-2. Fastball
right there.
just inside.
Wow.
Cronin with an extremely tense take.
That was the right way to, that was the right location to pitch this guy.
And the count's even at 2-2. Cronin really choking up on the bat. You can see more than a full inch of the knob. Men at second and third, one out, tied at 5 in the 8th. The pitch. Ground ball through the hole on the left side. That's a base hit. Coming around third is Cullen. The throw to the plate is going to be late. It's a 2-run single for David Cronin. And the Otters take a 7-5 lead.
And he did what I said. He slapped it to left field. And that's, now, in a normal situation, that would have been a possible ground ball out. But with the infield playing in, the range of all the infielders is shortened. And the Otters benefit. That's 2 runs. They go up again. So what are we in? The
bottom of the 8th.
Bottom of the 8th. So that means 3 outs for them, and the Otters could go 6-0.
Cronin now at first. A 3 RBI game. He's up to 32 on the season. And J.J. Gould, the batter. Great job by Cronin. Going the other way. First pitch to Gould. Fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Just sneaking by the dive of the shortstop, Dudo, ranging to his right. But even if he feels that Lane's going to score easily, Cullen races home from second. The Otters now lead 7-5. Throw over to first. Cronin dives back.
The ironic part is Mr. Cronin is the 4th leading RBI hitter on the team, and he's the leadoff hitter. There would have been supposed to be the guys to score the most, not drive in the most.
Throw back over to first again. David dives back safely. I think that might be a little bit more of a result of, you look through the rest of the lineup for the Otters, and unfortunately, the other 5 guys in the lineup have not played nearly as many games as David.
Well, that's true.
0-1 to Gould. This is downstairs, 1-1.
You know, looking at what you just said, you're right. Outside of Harrison, Gardner.
Really, it's kind of been the core 5 at the top of the order for the Otters as Gould swings through the 1-2 or 1-1 to push it to 1-2. And then the other 4 or 5 spots in the lineup have kind of rotated throughout the year.
Right. Or newbies.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the games played for, I looked at this earlier today, for Cronin, Harrison, Gardner, as well as Long. Throw back over to first. David scrambles back to the base. Cronin, it's hard to tell, but since he's arrived in Evansville, he's started every single game since.
Yeah. 66.
66, now 67 in a row. Jeff Gardner, Ryan Long, Travis Harrison have all played in 84, now 85 of 87 games. 1-2, runner goes, pitch up high, throw down to second is in time. And David Cronin caught stealing for the 11th time this season. Perfect throw from Comstock.
He did.
And the count's even at 2. Now 2 outs, bases empty. Otters 7, Miners 5. But a worthwhile gamble for the Otters there. Try and get into scoring position, tack on an insurance run. Now the base is empty, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Roped in the air down the left field line. Left fielder Cortina chasing after. It's going to drop in just foul on the left side of the chalk.
You know, I said that the last time he got that broken bat blooper over second, that he gets more cheapies down the line, especially the third base line, to get those doubles on. That was just a foul by what, maybe a foot or so? I never seen a man do so many, get so many close calls. Was it last night or night before he got that double that hung down the baseline?
Still 2-2 on JJ, bottom of the 8th. Evansville 7, Southern Illinois 5. 2-2 again. Popped in the air to shallow right center field. Second baseman Wilsey going out. He's underneath of it, and he puts it away for the final out of the inning. Otters take the lead, though. We'll go to the 9th. Alex Phillips will try and shut the door. It's Evansville 7, Southern Illinois 5 here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
The Tin Fish Restaurant, located at 300 West Jennings Street in Newburgh, Indiana, is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. Independently owned and operated, the Tin Fish menu features salads and sandwiches, as well as seafood platters and combos, and seafood burritos, tacos, and burgers. The Tin Fish Restaurant is open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It can be reached by phone at 812-490-7000. The Tin Fish Restaurant.
Injuries are inevitable. It doesn't matter if you're playing baseball, walking the dog, or falling from a ladder. Injuries happen. When they do, Tri-State Orthopedics offers treatment for sprains, strains, and fractures by medical specialists. Tri-State Orthopedics is located at 225 Cross Lake Drive in Evansville, just north of the Lloyd and I-164. Tri-State Orthopedics can be reached by phone at 812-477-1558. Its urgent care line is 812-474-OUCH. Tri-State Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Top of the 9th, it's Evansville 7, Southern Illinois 5, and Alex Phillips will try and finish this thing off. He struck out 3 in a row in the 8th to keep the game tied. The Otters responded to take the lead with 2 runs on David Cronin's 2-run single in the bottom of the 8th. Now Cortina, Comstock, and Critelli here in the 9th. Miners trying to avoid the sweep. Phillips' first pitch. It's a breaking ball in the dirt, 1-0. Evansville trying to complete a season series win against the Miners as Phillips finds the strike zone on Cortina, 1-1. 3 more outs. We have the Otters with 7-5 edge in the season series. They would go 6-0 here at home. But they need 3 more outs to do it. Cortina 1 for 3. Phillips' pitch. Fastball misses just down and in. 2-1.
I thought that was close.
Phillips from the stretch. Kicking the pitch. Swung on and missed. Cortina with a huge cut and a 2-1 heater. And the count's even at 2. Top of the 9th. Cortina leading it off. Right-handed batter. Otters trying to finish off the sweep against Southern Illinois. The 2-2 pitch. Curveball in the dirt. Cortina lays off, and the count's full. Phillips ready. Uncorks the payoff pitch. Fastball called strike 3 on the outside black. Cortina was ready to walk down to first, but he's rung up looking for the first down in the top of the 9th. 4 straight strikeouts in this game for Alex Phillips.
You know, I'm just noticing here, Davis has struck out 3 times tonight, and Shepard has struck out 3 times tonight. That's most of the strikeouts for the Miners came from those 2 guys.
First pitch to Daniel Comstock, curveball down and away, 1-0. 1 out, top of the 9th. Otters 7, Miners 5. Evansville trying to complete the 3-game sweep. The 1-0 to Comstock. Fastball at the top of the zone, outside half, called strike 1. Comstock 1 for 3, right-handed hitting catcher. Walked his last time up in the 7th against Thompson. The 1-1. Phillips pours in the fastball, knee high, 1-2.
You know, you say, where has this man been hiding all year? Phillips.
I mean, he's pitched quite a bit.
I know, but I mean, boy, he's going.
1-2 pitch, fouled away right side, 1-2.
He's doing a Superman job lately. I mean, he was not the closer in the beginning. He has assumed that position.
Well, yeah, he also arrived in late June.
Right. He has done a yeoman's job.
Whiting sets up in the pitch. Swung on and foul tipped, held on to by Whiting. 5 in a row for Alex Phillips. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. All 8 outs Alex Phillips has recorded here in this series have been strikeouts, and we're going to get a pinch hitter here. Kurt Wirtz Jr. is going to bat for Anthony Critelli.
And yet, probably one of the men that strikes out the most is now pitch hitting. Kurt, as much as I like Kurt when he played here, he strikes out a lot. And if I'm a betting man, I'm going to put down 9 in a row.
Wirtz Jr., left-handed batter. Phillips' first pitch, an absolute hammer of a breaking ball on the inside corner. 0-1, 2 outs, top 9. Evansville 7, Southern Illinois 5, trying to finish off the sweep. The 0-1, fastball misses just a little high and inside. Pushed Wirtz off the plate, 1-1.
Come back with the curveball.
The kick in the pitch. Breaking ball chops foul at the plate off of Wirtz's foot. And the Miners are down to their final strike, 1-2. Alex Phillips trying to strike out 6 in a row. The crowd on their feet. Otters looking to finish off the sweep and improve to 45-42 on the year. Phillips set. Cranks and deals the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. 6 in a row from Alex Phillips ends the ball game. And the Otters sweep the Miners out of town by a final score of 7-5 here on Thursday night from Bosse Field in an absolutely rousing contest. The Otters battle back to win and clinch the sweep against the Miners, and they've won all 6 this season against Southern Illinois here at home. We'll take a break and come back in just a few moments with the post-game recap. Your final score from Bosse Field is Evansville 7 and Southern Illinois 5. You've been listening to Evansville Otters baseball here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
Hi, I'm Katie Taylor.
And I'm Paul Kirby. The Mickey's Kingdom Community Build is getting closer, and we need your help.
We already have a lot of great volunteers for the build, but we still need more.
Volunteers are the most important part of the Mickey's Kingdom Community Build, and we know our community steps up to.
For a complete list of days and times volunteers are needed, please visit our website at mickeyskingdomdowntownevansville.com and click on the Volunteers tab. Or email me, Katie Taylor, at ct37@evansville.edu.
Are you an early riser who likes to get their church on and then have the rest of Sunday for rest, relaxation, or studying? The New Chapel community is excited for our new Get Woke UE worship service at 9 a.m. on Sundays, filled with vibrant music and an inspiring message. Come learn, grow, worship, and serve with us in New Chapel on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m.
Before that,
annual Blues on the Rock Music Festival will take place on Sunday, September the 2nd at the Rockport City Park in Rockport, Indiana. There'll be regional and national blues acts, food vendors, an over 21 beer garden, and with children's activities, there'll be fun for the whole family. Sponsored by the Association for a Better Rockport and the River Basin Blues Society. Advance tickets are on sale, 812-686-0012. For more information, visit evansvilleblues.com.
In a back-and-forth contest all night long, the Otters come out ahead by a final score of 7-5. What an absolutely thrilling contest here between the Otters and the Miners. The first two games, Tuesday's game was pretty solid. Last night was a clunker. For the Otters, it was great, 10-0. But tonight, boy, that's what playoff baseball feels like.
I'll tell you what, there was some great plays, defense by the Otters, and then to come out with that outstanding bullpen, striking out 6 of the batters he faced in the 8th inning and the 9th inning, and you can't ask for anything better. And, of course, we got the key hits by Cronin and J.J. getting that big line drive over the infield. Anyway, the Otters look good, and the Otters, we talked about having a slim chance in the playoffs. They look better and better now.
And the Otters, so your final line score here tonight from Bosse Field. The Miners, 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. For the Otters, 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. Alex Phillips improbably picks up the win by throwing the final 2 frames. Zach Hartman stung with the loss after giving up those 2 runs in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And the Otters improved to 45-42 on the season. Right now, with Normal having lost here tonight, the Otters are a half game back in the division, although River City won. So that means that they are now tied for first place with the with River City winning and Normal losing. The River City Rascals will come into tomorrow as the top team in the Western Division when the Otters take them on. The Otters improve to what will most likely be a half game back come tomorrow morning in the Frontier League Western Division.
Half a game behind River City?
Correct.
So in other words, if we took all 3, we'd be in first place?
We would.
Wow.
Boy, have things changed.
You ain't kidding. Wow.
The Otters at 45-42, and speaking of around the league, we'll take a look at the rest of the scores pertaining to the Otters. As I mentioned already, Normal lost 6-5 against Florence. Normal loses. River City wins. They beat up on Gateway 9-4. So River City bounces into first place at 46-41. The Otters at 45-42. Will technically, after that, if I'm doing my math right here, will be a full game back of River City tomorrow, which, at the end of the day, not too shabby.
Heck no.
With Normal a half game behind River City now. So the Otters will still stay in third, but just a game back of first place in the Western Division, and also a half game back of the wild card, which Normal will now hold. Around the rest of the league, Lake Erie wins 3-0 over Joliet. Windy City 7-1 over Traverse City. And Schaumburg avoids a sweep with a 6-2 win over Washington. And here tonight, there's only one man in my mind that can possibly be our player of the game. David Cronin, I give you credit for the 2-run single that gives us the lead. J.J. Gould, a huge 2-run single. But the Otters don't win this game if Alex Phillips doesn't come in. Rebounds from a throwing error on his own part. Strikes out 6 in a row to end it. He threw 3 innings in this game. All 9 outs recorded by the strikeout. A dominant showing. Alex Phillips, tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Western Ribeye. When you're craving excellence, Western Ribeye and Ribs satisfies. Call 812-476-5405 to make reservations.
He gets to win as well.
He does technically get credit for the win. Alex, congrats on that. Just a phenomenal outing for him. And that is his first professional win as well.
Oh, boy.
So congrats to Mr. Phillips. He had 6 saves on the season. Now a win in addition in just a dominant fashion. The Otters sweep the Miners out of town. And tomorrow, welcome in the first place River City Rascals here to Bosse Field with first place on the line. Bill, any closing thoughts?
I agree with you on the MVP of the game, and I was just impressed with the total play of the Otters in this series. I know I said before the series started that the Otters generally take the advantage over the Miners here in Otterville, but I'll tell you, defense and hitting and superb pitching and outstanding broadcasting. I can't ask for a better series.
We'll be back on the air tomorrow at 6:15, 6:20, as always, for the first game against River City. Want to thank our producer back in the studio, Paul Mattingly, for a phenomenal job here tonight, for helping us bring a great game to you who stuck around and listened. I hope you did stick till the end, because this was a great one. Reminder, we'll be back on the air tomorrow for the final 3 games at home from Bosse Field this season, in the regular season, that is. And then after that, who knows? But for now, we'll sign off. For Bill McCune, I've been Sam Jelinek. Bill, any closing thoughts?
Yeah, who's pitching tomorrow? Because Beasley's parents are fathers here, and they didn't leave for California yet.
Yeah, I believe it will be tomorrow. Off the top of my head, if I'm trying to remember, hold on, I got it written down here amongst my scribble of notes. Tomorrow on the mound for the Evansville Otters, drum roll please, it will be Tyler Beardsley.
Well, I hope his father's here and his grandmother, and they were supposed to leave tomorrow, so I hope they stay, because they come in all the way from California.
Beardsley on the mound tomorrow. So for my partner Bill McCune, I've been Sam Jelinek. Thank you for everybody who listened. This has been a presentation of Evansville Otters baseball here on WUEV 91.5 FM, brought to you by Krookemeyer and Kahn.